it's me, mayohosko, coming to you at 60 frames per second in 4K resolution. No sugar, no filler, just real whole egg, and welcome to my channel.
So I'm here. Let me put on the ticker tape below. I'm here. I'm a little bit sick. Get used to it. So I have had a common cold this week. So I'm a little bit under the weather and I'm not feeling the greatest, but I'm feeling rested enough that I want to go live. And I have decided that next week's live stream is going to be another 12-hour live stream. It's not going to be a sorting party, but it's going to be a time for me to finish building up the UCS Luke's landspeeder and a random mock I want to build for my city, so that I can claim that I have technically made progress in my city, so it justifies a city update. So I hope everyone has had a healthier week than I have, because I'm still not feeling all that good, and throughout this live stream I might cough and sneeze a little bit. So I apologize for that. And obviously my voice is not going to sound the same because I am feeling under the weather. But that's not gonna stop me. That's not gonna stop me. So hopefully we can get some good guests into the panel, and we can have an awesome time. We can have an awesome time building Lego together. So I'm gonna load up my laptop and wait, what? Hang on. Something's going on. Never mind. So I'll just say hello to everyone in the comments. So of course we have StreamYard. We also have Makro Bricks, Steve Weiser, Richard Cranium, and Jacob Neely. And Macro says, sorry, it was muted. I thought you were late. What? What? I'm not muted now. I'm not muted. So if Macro Bricks comes on into the panel, I'm gonna do a wardrobe. I'm gonna do a wardrobe change. Hello, Contra Bricks Build Craze. For those who don't know, that is Shane. That is Shane Hart. Hello, Amberlier. Nice to see you here. So, a little story that really only people who follow me on Instagram would know about, and people who watch select live streams, is that I bought a t-shirt. I bought a Makro Bricks t-shirt a little while ago, and I'm very happy with my purchase. So if you want to see me wearing that Makro Bricks t-shirt, please spam the chat begging Makro Bricks to get on the panel, because anytime that Makro Bricks is on my panel, or whenever me and Makro are on the same panel together, on his panel or someone else's panel, I will do a wardrobe change. Because for the most part, I just wear whatever I wore to sleep last night. And to be honest, what I'm wearing right now is a little bit dirty. So yeah, it's not the greatest right now. It's not the greatest. And speaking of all, there is Makro Bricks. Hey Makro.
You're a funny guy, Mayo. You're a funny guy.
I am very funny. Even when I'm under the weather, I'm very funny.
Yeah, sorry about how you're feeling. That sucks. Hopefully it goes by quick. Passes
It does
quick.
suck. It does suck. But
Yeah.
I'm at the stage of my cold where I don't have a sore throat anymore, and it's just a
Uh-oh. Did we lose you? Or did you lose me? Whoops, it is. Live stream bandits. That's right. I think Mayo might be having a technical audio issue. I don't know if it's me or him or StreamYard.
the wind and the rain just went crazy.
The rain went crazy? Contra says, yeah, not a bad... Makro, you're not had a too bad a week. I've been trying to get my train line ready to run my trains, as I have made my train track up in the air off the base plates. So I had to add beams. Hey, that's always challenging. To hold up all the tracks, that's always challenging. Uh-oh. Mayo's having technical difficulties. Is the weather hitting Australia? He's going down. He's going down. Pilot to bombardier. Pilot to bombardier. Oh, now I'm full screen. What's up with that? How's that plausible? I think he set me up. He did this on purpose. Well, whatever. Do what I was going to be doing anyways tonight. Continuing the mirror build. That's right. The mirror build of the Lion Knight's castle. Did I add these pieces already? I sure didn't. Bad weather, so it could be windy as crap. Damn. Good thing for that interweb cable that runs under the ocean. Apparently North America's hooked up. We don't have issues. Generally speaking. Actually, once in a while, Rogers went down, I don't know, like a month or two ago. No interact. Businesses had to close for the day.
Yeah, sorry about that. I just had a big Wi-Fi. Just had a big Wi-Fi glitch.
Oh, no problem. I was just dropping shameless self-promotion the whole time, so it's all good.
Yeah, feel free to do so any time.
So what do you catch, Mayo? What do you got? Like coronavirus 2.0?
No, I've just got a common cold, and I know that's what I've got.
Well,
because other people in my family who tested negative also have a common cold.
Oh, nice. So you already all went and got tested.
Well, I didn't feel compelled to get myself tested because I know that it's not the Rona.
Well, how do you know for sure?
Because other people in my family tested negative.
Okay. So you use them as a guinea pig first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, Stud Sidious. Yeah. So our
Another sports fan for you.
hey, Stud Sidious, we don't need to talk about the NFL this week, do we? We don't need to talk about that.
Why? Who's winning? Who's losing?
Well, if I go to the NFL app, I know for certain that we lost.
Who's we? What do you mean we?
The Denver Broncos.
That's your team?
Yeah, that's my team in the AFC, and in the NFC, it's the Philadelphia Eagles. And the Raiders lost to the Chargers.
It's a hard one, isn't it?
Country Bricksville Cray says, I hope my trains run all good on the tracks. I record a vid soon as they running smooth, guys.
Well, that sounds exciting.
Speaking of that, if you didn't watch the latest episode of Good Morning Brick World, you might not remember that I made a video called Mayo City Railway Network Tour, which was a Patreon video request by, lo and behold, Makro Bricks.
Well, yeah,
I did that a while ago, and I challenged everyone who watched last week's episode of Good Morning Brick World to get that up to 100. Get that video up to 100 views by the next episode of Good Morning Brick World. So we've still got 37 hours to go. Let's make it happen, people.
And how many views does it have right now?
I think it's got 32 or something.
Right on. A little bit of a battle till Sunday. Get her done.
Yeah, Shane's talking about the AFL.
I just realized I forgot the Wizard's beard. Shame.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Shane. At halftime of the game last night, I just stopped watching because I knew that the Cats were going to beat the Lions to hell and back. I just knew it, and they did. Nearly one behind off of a 12-goal win. Amazing.
Amazeballs.
So I hope my croaky voice isn't a distraction for anyone.
Where is this going in? Oh, back here. What do you do?
So who in the chat so far? Actually, let me look at something. Oh, okay. So who in the chat has access via the live stream going to come up in here? Jacob nearly does. Makro Bricks is already on the panel. Ambalaya does.
We're supposed to be having a treasure chest in there. What?
And Kevin Creamer does. Hey, Kevin.
What's up, Kevin? Happy Friday. Good to see you. Almost. This is quite the treasure chest.
I think that I think that Wi-Fi glitches over because I just switched back from my hotspot mobile to my Wi-Fi, and it only blanked out for like 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Supposed to put something else in there, but I got no clue. I obviously skipped a page or a step. Sounds like something I'll do.
Hello, Brick Sergeant. Eight viewers right now. Let's get up to double digits, people, and as always, we have a like goal of 20. Everyone, hang on.
Good evening, James.
Everyone, don't forget to like. Come on, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell.
Ring what? What are we supposed to ring?
Ring that notification bell.
Ah, exactly. Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay, let me load up StreamYard on my phone. No, sorry, StreamYard on my computer.
Well, I totally screwed that up. How far does it take this off?
Hey, Stud Sidious, if you're out there, let me know if you want to come on to the panel. And if you're not busy, I'll send you an invite. I'm just gonna mute myself while I move some stuff off of the table.
Easy enough. I'm just going to keep building my Lion Knight's castle. Looking forward to each bag getting all these minifigures now.
Okay, the noisy part should be done now.
Oh, thank goodness.
Because I had some Lego bags that I need to put away from the UCS Luke's Lads.
Oh, am I supposed to put a piece on there? Yeah. Extra pieces from the bag left over? What?
Does that mean that does that noise mean that your battery is running low?
No, because I'm on a desktop. Something stupid about OneDrive isn't signed in. I don't care. Why are you bugging me about this right now? Windows, can't you see I'm busy at the moment?
So I need to change my StreamYards.
Stop pestering me.
Because I logged in for the one for SwamPod, and SwamPod is the sports with Adders and Mayo podcast, #SwamPod. So if you like sports podcasts, be sure to subscribe to the Mayohosko Sports channel and the Venomous Taipan channel to hear the sports podcast that we do together.
You just talk about all things sports or a specific sport or what?
We like to cover all places.
Interesting.
So I need to log out of my SwamPod account and log into my main account. Hurry up. Log out.
Is it taking too long? What's going on over there?
Because of a stupid lagging. Ah,
yes, technology at its finest.
I hate this lag. I really. It's a nightmare.
It happens to the best of us sometimes.
You know, Jane Brick's review of the 90th anniversary castle dropped last night for me.
What's that? Sorry, you're lagging.
Jane Brick's review of the 90th anniversary castle dropped last night for me, and that was enjoyable to watch.
Oh, nice. I'll go check that out, see what he says, even though I've built it. You don't think the review is going to spoil your build?
Reviews never spoil my build.
Well, that's good to hear.
I love watching reviews of sets I'm on the fence about, or that I know I'm going to enjoy, because I'm the guy that actually likes to get spoiled about the movies. I like to know what I'm getting myself into.
I hear you. To be honest, I don't mind some movie spoilers too.
And
That's
so
a
I
good
don't
way.
get all that disappointed with a spoiler.
Know what I'm getting myself into. I like that one.
Like someone could spoil me about Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and I wouldn't get all that pissed off about it.
What do you mean all that pissed off? Just a little bit, or?
Yeah, just a little bit pissed off. But some people go. Some people want to punch a hole in the wall if someone would spoil them about Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which was supposed to come out this northern hemisphere summer, but it didn't.
Damn. Can't even tell you the last time I've seen a movie, especially going to the movie theater and watching one.
I'm just not a movie person.
No, usually if I sit down and I'm not doing something, I'll fall asleep.
Sleepy Bricks, Garage Land Studios, Virtual News, where are ya?
Yeah. Did you see the recent GLS video? It was a good one. I don't know exactly what I seen, but I enjoyed it.
I'm behind on a lot of people's videos.
Oh no.
Okay, there we are. Now I'm on my laptop.
What's up, Richard? Said he just has to walk the dog.
Oh, I must be logged in. Yeah, why am I logged into the US version? You know what? This makes no sense.
No, but that sounds cool.
This makes no sense at all. I just logged into the US version of Lego.com.
It did that to me automatically.
And they're re-releasing. They are re-releasing the children's amusement park.
Like the set?
Yeah, the gift with purchase.
I'll have to go look at that one. I don't even know what that one is. Maybe that's what we get up here in Canada too.
Yet, in Australia, they've come out with the new sandwich shop gift with purchase, which I think more people would want because it's a newer gift with purchase. People that already wanted the children's amusement park have already got it a few months ago.
I'll have to go see which that one is. I might even just skip that one. Not cared about it at all.
So this time Australians are one step forward. I guess they had a whole bunch of duplicates.
No,
I guess they had a whole bunch of duplicates that didn't sell in North America back then.
You're still 3 steps backwards because you didn't get the gift with Forceman purchase or promo the second go around. They hooped you on that one.
Yeah, because the excellent customer service told me they literally did not have the supply to meet the demand. So brilliant job, Lego.
So what they give you instead? They give you like some VIP points that are worth $40-$50 or something?
No, I didn't buy any. I didn't buy anything.
No, but did customer service, like if you don't have access to the promo that they advertised, did they not give you like, oh, we're sorry, we'll give you this instead?
No,
They
they
didn't,
didn't
like,
even. They didn't even advertise it on the website.
Oh, at all on the website. Okay.
No,
well,
they didn't advertise it at all.
my bad. I thought they did. Well, that sucks. So you just watched North America get the second go around, and that was it.
Yeah. So now that this has happened a second time, I'm gonna form the theory that whenever Lego re-releases a GWP in any given region, it's because they didn't sell out the first time. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it.
Do this one.
Hello, Karma Brick Creations. Okay, should be all cleaned off now.
Yeah, well, a lot of the big Lego sets are getting up there in price. They're all getting pricey.
So, everyone, where are we?
I bought only one expensive Lego set ever. This would have been it. Not a Star Wars one. It would have been this for sure.
Come on, stupid cursor. So everyone, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Now I'm going to do a wardrobe change because Makro Bricks is on the panel.
That's right. I begged myself, and you said if I begged myself and came on, you do a wardrobe change.
And all of the latecomers.
Hopefully, you're doing it off camera.
And all of the latecomers would not understand the context.
You might get
So that's the context you don't get for not turning up to the live stream at the start.
Good night, Amberlaya.
Good night, Amberlaya.
I got to get to bed at a decent time too, so I'll be jumping off here and going into half lurk mode while I half build, half sleep. I got to get up for work early tomorrow and finish this job.
Yeah.
Oh,
and there it is.
I'm supposed to do some editing stuff, and I guess I should set up a stream for tomorrow too.
There it is. There's the Makro Bricks logo on a t-shirt.
Nice. I'm glad it's nice and centered. Could have almost had it up a little higher, I guess, eh?
Yeah. Good night, Amberlaya.
Okay, now where's this piece going? Beauty.
So that was the end of bag 3. Gee, why are so many people working on a weekend tomorrow?
It pays extra for me, so that's why I'm doing it. Other than that, I don't want to work weekends. I'd rather watch live streams and build with Lego. Finish a couple more house chores here before winter shows up, and yeehaw. But working extra also pays for Lego, so it's a necessary evil.
Okay, where was I?
Steve has to work tomorrow too, so yeah. It keeps the life a flowing.
Don't think I've done that yet. No, I haven't done this yet.
Well, Hunter says I'm trying to forget the high price set as save on percentage of other sets, so you can just use some of that money and just buy a high price set. I got just save on the other ones throughout the year. I also, unless it's something really cool that I want, I sell a lot of my gift with purchases. I
Here we
keep
go.
the
There's the sun.
Forestman, because that one's sick and it's right up my alley. I like that whole theme in general, but a lot of them I sell. Don't want £2 on my Lego now. Ooh, bag number 17 and minifigure.
Okay, bag 4. So I'm gonna mute myself while I open these bags.
Me too, because I got to dump these bags out. It's a dump.
There we go. What's going on in the chat? Oh, hello, Mama Lego. Yeah, that's because we were both on mute while opening our Lego bags.
Yeah, I could have unmuted sooner, but I thought you wanted to have a mute off.
And now we're up to double digit views. Hooray.
Boomtown.
So I've got to rotate this.
Hello, Mama Lego.
Now we just drop back down again.
Leave about 40 Saturday a month. Send parts back to Toronto distribution warehouses. Return is almost 40 grand. Ooh.
So everyone, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. It is 11:04 a.m. here in South Australia. And if you've got, if you're not busy right now, Stud Sidious, I'll send you an invitation. If you're not busy.
You're persistent, Mayo. You're persistent. Kudos to that.
Because Stud Sidious is a good person, and I have good conversations with him.
Oh, come on. That's it. That was the whole step. Started. It's 11:34 a.m.
Yes, I did build that.
1, 2,
And I'm not a day of I'm not a day ahead of everyone. I'm 13 and a half hours ahead of North American Eastern.
Ooh, we got lucky. Hopefully we don't need too many more of those angles. There's no more in here. Oh, there's 2 more. Okay, go the opposite. Oh, 1. Okay, we could be lucky. Oh no, what else was I getting? 2 of those. 1 of those and a 2.
Okay, now I'm gonna get 2 of these long dark red plates. Really long. Ooh. And we need this plate to go down the middle.
There's supposed to be a black one there, or what?
Okay. Now I need some green plates.
No, it's alright. Let's go like that. Okay, I'm looking at 2 different things. Silly me.
I know that at a certain time of the year, there's a time when North America, Eastern, and Western Australia is exactly 12 hours behind. Well, yeah, there's a exactly 12-hour difference between each other. So we're still doing that newer build with the 90th anniversary castle.
Yeah, so far so good. It's what did I do wrong here? There we go. The angles are kind of feeding themselves for the most part. So within the set, the mirror angles of all the pieces, you can usually find the opposite within the set that you need. So far it's worked out pretty slick. Okay, there we go. That's gonna be better.
Yeah, I was watching Jane Brick's review last night, and there is when you change up the configuration between the closed up and the folded out, there is a really interesting bend that happens. There's an interesting piece of geometry.
The wall kind of tucks in and moves. Yeah, I can actually show you here on this one, on the half that I got built. Open up here.
And I don't think I've seen these one long. Don't think I've seen these one long Technic pins with the stud on the end in white before.
Go straight, and then in the back with white on the end.
Colored in white. Don't think I've seen that before.
And then on the back, it doesn't show very well, but the wall tucks behind the stairs when it's open and straight. And then when it bends,
Yeah, it's 2:41 a.m. for King Oldendorf right now. Hi Oldendorf. Good night, Oldendorf.
The king's been lurking, eh? Cheers, Oldendorf.
Everyone, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. And I just messed up, so I need to get something to pop this out.
Like a brick separator?
It's just too thick.
Yeah, did I get all those pieces? I was supposed to use
It's
it.
too thick to get in there. How about an Exo Force arm?
Uh-oh. Dun, dun,
Nah,
dun.
it's not going to fit either.
Messed all my pieces up. Played with it. Yes. I gotta switch out this water wheel though, because I'm not gonna need 2 water wheels in this castle, unless I could somehow match them up together and make it one extra wide water wheel. That would be pretty sick.
Let me try and use a pencil. There we go. That worked.
Oh, perfect.
Leverage it out with a pencil, and then was able to get my brick separator under there. And this part at the back is a non-symmetrical build, so I wonder what they're doing back here.
Probably. Shenanigans.
It's always intriguing when they do a non-symmetrical build, because I'm not sure if it's used for a play feature or if it's a different design in the way the build is.
I like to pay attention when or try and remember the instructions when it's non-symmetrical build, because I don't know. To me, that's how I like to try and build mocks and stuff. It's always a pain, but it looks good in the end. It's at 59.60. Look, I can count.
That reminds me of something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 prostitutes.
Where'd that come from? Who said that one?
A Family Guy cutaway.
Okay.
That was meant to be a
live stream.
meant to be a parody of something I've seen they'd show on Sesame Street.
Good old Sesame Street.
Who here actually owns the Sesame Street set? Because I sure as hell don't.
I do, and the Winnie the Pooh one. I watched a lot of Sesame Street growing up. I think the minifigures would be cool, even if it wasn't the set. Just cool Lego minifigures. Even if you don't like Sesame Street, I just thought they were cool. Same with Winnie the Pooh. Why not?
Because of the molded heads.
Yeah, I mean, if I could go back, maybe I would have just collected City and Castle. But whatever. They're fun sets to build. Something else to do out of the regular. Don't eat the same crap all the time.
Yeah, I deliberately try not to buy sets that are just going to sit on the shelf collecting dust. There's a difference between doing that and buying sets to put in your city and collect dust.
There you go. I have to enjoy the shelf piece. Like, I'm gonna have to really want to have seen it in a movie or whatever, right? Really enjoy it somehow, for it to be a shelf piece that I buy. Like, I got the Ecto 1 and the DeLorean shelf pieces, but I really enjoyed those cars and the movie, so win-win.
Does anyone know what a guava is?
A guava?
Yeah,
Isn't that a fruit?
guava. Yes, because I always hear people asking, "What the fuck's iguana?" And it's like, you don't know it's a fruit.
Is that the one that's all spiky?
I'm not sure because I've never actually seen a guava before.
Go Google it. I might have seen one in the store in the TNT market, the Asian market here in town.
And the reason why I always hear people asking what the fuck's iguana is because it was a part of the lyrics for the Fairly Odd Parents theme song.
A guava, or what did you say, a grata?
No, a guava. Really odd, pea pod, buff bod, hot rod, obtuse, rubber goose, green moose, guava juice. Giant,
yeah, guava. Guava. It's a fruit.
a giant snake, a birthday cake, large fries, chocolate shake, odd parents, fairly odd parents. Don't you wish that you were a kid with fairly odd parents?
Those look good. No, they're not spiky at all. They almost look like they're little limes. Between a lime and an avocado type shape. And like a texture of a lime, it looks like on the outside. And then that actual fruit in the middle is very like a pink, like a watermelon. It looks like a mini watermelon.
Yeah, it looks like an amalgamation between the pinkness of a watermelon or an East Asian pear, but the exterior of a lime and an unripe mango.
I'm gonna go find one of those in town here and see what it's like. I'll get back to you on that.
Because I've always wanted to know what guava juice tastes like, and I've just never tried it. So I really do need to sometime. Yeah. Yeah, Stud Sidious knows what I'm talking about. Guava is like mango.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, because I knew there was a lot of similarities between a guava and a mango. I'm not that interested. I don't actually like mangoes, the fruit, and I really don't like straight a mango flavored stuff. It has to be mixed in with other stuff to be a tropical flavor. I just find that mangoes and a lot of other fruits are just too watery. Like watermelons for me is too watery. I know that water is in the name watermelon. But it's like that that doesn't take away from me that it's still too watery.
What about apples?
Now apples just is universally good.
So you're down for a good apple then, okay.
Like particularly a Granny Smith apple because it has a little bit because it has more it has a more sour taste to it within the natural sugar. I don't like eating straight up red apples at all.
Okay.
I don't eat a lot of apples in general, but if I were to have an apple, it would be a Granny. No, not a Granny Smith. A golden delicious. That's where the sourness is at.
Oh no, I'm a big fan of whatever the wife buys. I think she buys Gala apples.
Yeah.
I don't know. Apple's an apple. It's not. I mean, red apple. They're different, but there's red apples are red apple, green apples are green apples.
Yeah, it's like comparing apples with apples. Haha! See what I did there? But crash.
Boom, crash. That's right, crash and burn. Sweet. Used all those pieces. Good to go. Next step.
Hello. That's a new name around here, I believe. A
Chip
chip
off
off
the old block.
block boys. Hey, nice to see you here, Chip. You know, Chip. I don't normally do this. I don't normally do this for first timers. On a mayohosko live stream, but I already know. I already know Chip enough to know that he's a cool guy. We've had some interesting conversations about climate climate control inside of outdoor sheds, and how ridiculously hot it can be out in rural Utah.
For a while, I can imagine. It's a lot further south than me.
Is that did Regular Brick Studios change his name? Are you Regular Brick Studios, or is that a new person? Yeah, exactly. I've seen Chip around the place, and Chip's a cool guy. So Chip, if you would like an invite to come onto the live stream, let me know what social media you're most active on, and I'll solicit one your way. And we have Zissou. Hey, Zissou. And Zissou finally has a name that people that realistically can actually be typed into a YouTube search browser. No more brackets or any of that stuff.
Were you saying it was a little busy before, or what?
Okay. Regular Brick Studios is on his alternate account right now while his laptop is loading. Yeah, so if you're not busy, Chip, let me know if you'd like to come on to the panel. I'm trying to go back and binge watch all of Chip's city updates.
Sure. Okay, well, where's this going then?
So this goes on the outside here.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, this isn't snapped down all the way properly. What's up with that? There we go. Now it's snapped into place. Now we've got to build the reverse side. And if all of the latecomers didn't realize, I'm a little bit under the weather right now, so my voice sounds a little bit croaky, and my nose is blocked up. So everyone, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell.
I think that's how it goes. Ooh, getting lucky. Sure. Well, that was a good one.
I'm so blocked up right now. When Makro Bricks has to go to bed, I'm gonna go get myself some medicine and blow my nose.
Yeah, you got any like that Vicks vapor rub or Halls, anything like with mint or menthol in it? Usually
I don't need anything for my throat necessarily. I just need stuff for my nose, and really, I don't need it.
Not for your throat. It just clears up your nose and it The mint clears up your nose a bit. Like Vicks
Yeah.
vapor rub, you know?
Yeah, I've used all of that stuff in the past, but I don't think I'm gonna need it for this cold. Because because my body is doing its job and getting rid of the bug.
In no time flat.
And people always tell me, well, you have really bad hygiene. And I always say, yeah, and it only takes me 4 days to get over a cold, not a week like most people in the world. So I must be doing something right.
Right. You need to shower once a month. Other than that, it's a waste of water. Just joking.
That's a new person. Cool Lego Mox 2021. That's a new person. Hi Mayo from Hurtleland. What do you mean by Hurtleland? Are you implying that you know my address? Because if so, I'll have to block you. So let me know if you know my address, and we can just get we can just get the mods to block anyone that knows my address. Because I don't want to be like a BFAB and get doxxed. Is that what you're implying? I'm not sure.
I'm building Lion Knight's castle. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good.
Okay, I'm missing a piece. I'm missing a piece. Where is it?
This one going now.
Not here. I don't know where that's gone, so I'm just gonna have to go to my extra pieces.
Oh, no, that's right. And this 3 is going over here.
And I don't have one here.
Dun. Perfect. Chip says yes. Sometime he can join you.
Oh, I've got an extra piece over here.
Well, I'm gonna hop off now. I think Stud City is too. He's either walking his dog or doing whatever. He might join you later too. So you got some more company, but I'm gonna hop off and go eat dinner.
Okay, yeah. Because I know that you've got a
one more long day.
I don't mean to accuse people. So it's just that you said hurtle. So did you mean to say turtle? Did you mean to say turtle?
No, he said the Hurdle Land. That's my clan's name in Sixth Siege.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Because I thought something that wasn't true. Okay. I take back everything I said. So I just got a little bit confused, because whenever I hear the name Hurtle, that reminds me of a force from the past. Um, okay,
Oh,
yes,
wow.
have
Bunch of tricks,
have
eh?
so have a good night, a Makro.
Cheers. We'll talk to you
Um,
soon.
yep, talk to you soon.
You bet. We'll keep on lurking. Later, all. Take care, chat. Peace out.
So Chip, are you on Instagram? Because I'll get a let me see, a Chip. Hey Captain Matt, a Chip. Let me look for this. A Chip. Oh yeah, there we go. A Chip of the old block toys. Let me send an invitation your way. Yep. Okay, I just sent you an invitation, Chip. So luckily there was an extra piece of that piece I was missing, so crisis averted there. And then this goes on here. Yeah. I put my hands up. I'm sorry. It's just that whenever someone says the name, whenever someone says the name, Hurtle, that reminds me of something in the past. So I have a little bit of a PTSD about that. So yeah, I put my hands up and I apologize. Yeah. So when next, oh wow, you've gained 2 subscribers today. That's very nice. So yeah, a couple people that are still subscribed to the channel that have been here for about 4 years now probably might know why I get a PTSD about the name Hurtle. So yeah. Oh well, for the first time, we have making his debut on the mayohosko channel, a Chip of the old block toys. Hey Chip.
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm good. Yes. I'm I'm sorry. A cool Lego Mox 2021. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man. I was just sitting here building Legos anyway, or I'm sorry, Lego.
Yeah. Because for those who don't know, Lego is both an adjective and a plural.
I just think it's funny how some people get upset about it, though. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah. Well, I only get upset about it because I'm not necessarily a grammar Nazi in real life, but I'm a Lego grammar Nazi because I'm just super in to the hobby is all.
Oh yeah, and
Oh,
I am too. I mean, I absolutely love Legos. I find them absolutely relaxing. I mean, you know, when I first moved in here, my neighbors were kind of concerned because the people that lived here before me were quite loud and obnoxious. And so my neighbor kind of said something to me in a friendly way. And I told him, I said, as long as I got a bucket of Legos, you're never going to hear from me. And he said, what? And I said, as long as I got a bucket of Legos, you never hear from me. Well, about 2 months after I moved in, I caught him outside and he's like, you're right. He goes, you must have a ton of Legos. So I never hear from you. So.
Oh, I built this. Oh no, I didn't. Oh yeah, I did build it wrong. God damn it! It's when you don't push down the pieces all the way, you think you've built sets wrong. I've really got to get a better build table than this.
Oh, what are you using?
This is just a camping table that I got from that I am borrowing from my parents. And yes, Captain Matt has just been telling me on Facebook Messenger that Cool Lego Mox 2021 was trying to expose me by leaking my address. So thank you, our trusty moderators, for blocking all of the bad people. I was right to have PTSD when he mentioned the name Hurtle. So I take back my apology to Cool Lego Mox 2021. I knew I was right with my hunch. Those people that try to get themselves involved in leaking people's data are the scum of the earth, and we have Jacob Neely. Hey,
Well, what
Jacob.
does this button do? Oh, hey everyone.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I just got done babysitting my nephew, so
Okay. How old
So
are you?
are you still designing mocks on a digital designing
I
program?
am. I am. So yeah, I'm actually working on one now, and I am
Oh,
18. I just turned 18 in August. So
well, Steve, good night. Thanks for stopping by. He says he's got to go.
A good night, Steve.
And I agree with you. If you have to expose somebody on the internet for something just as simple as they live, you're a coward. Because you know what? Stick your own information on there if you're going to do that and see how that goes.
Yeah, I know too many people that have gotten doxxed and still have to deal with people harassing them.
Well, where I live, ain't no one coming out here. I promise that.
Yeah, out in that rural out in rural hot Utah.
Actually, I'm in Idaho now.
Ah, so you've moved states.
Yeah, but I only moved an hour away.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is hot here, and the town. Actually, I don't even live in a town. I live on a dirt road. First time in my life I ever lived on a dirt road. But let me tell you something. The town I live closest to is only 2,000 people. There is nobody out here.
And I'm living in a city of 1.6 million people.
I'm not trying to dox you, but whereabouts?
I live in the city of Adelaide in South Australia.
Oh, okay. All right.
And the reason I cater my viewership to a North American audience is because that's where the eyeballs are.
No, you're right.
I think there's a little bit of a ringing on your end, Jacob.
oh, okay.
Does anyone else hear that?
Yeah, it's kind of faint, but I hear it.
Is it like a
like a-
fan?
It's kind of like a rattling kind of sound. That's how I describe it.
Okay. Is that better?
No. Is it a fan inside your computer or something?
It might be. I mean, it doesn't show anything.
Okay, I am short a piece. I'll be right back.
Oh, I built that wrong. I built this wrong. And then peel up this.
Well, I admit I got myself in trouble. I bought 130 pounds of used Lego. So
I wish I had the money to go out and buy over 50 kilos of used Lego right now.
they're all over the place, man.
because I'm running out of so many pieces to build mocks. It's crazy.
Oh, hey, do you know, is that postal ban still in effect for mailing stuff to the U.S. to Australia?
I don't think so because less than 2 months ago I sent a package to the US and there wasn't a delay or anything.
Okay. I felt really bad because I have a Bricklink store too, and I had a guy order from me maybe about a week after the ban started, and he didn't realize it, and I didn't realize it. It wasn't until I put his order together and I went into the program to print off his label, and it had a warning telling me I couldn't ship there. So then I went to the U.S. Postal Service, and I realized there was a ban in place. So I had to refund his money, and I had to put the whole order away.
That was probably due to the supply chain or something.
Yeah.
And also there's a lot of weird stuff going on with airports right now and airlines not having enough staff on hand, and people's luggage is actually getting lost.
Okay, Contra says I had someone on Instagram come into my chat saying it's women from US got talking, then they asked for my cash gift card thing to upload a single app, but I'm okay. Well, I'll tell you something. I had somebody call me once and tell me I owed a fine, and I knew it was fake. They wanted me to go to Target, which is a store in the US, and get a gift card. So I fake like I did it, and then I told them I was dyslexic when I was reading back the numbers, and they hung up on me.
Yeah, we have Target too in Australia, but it's actually a different company with a different business model.
Oh, okay.
Which is really really weird. I don't know how they've gotten away with nearly 80 years of doing that. There must be an agreement that Target Australia has with the Target Corporation that allows them to use the same name.
Yeah, I imagine so, because like Toys R Us, they had a Toys R Us US and Toys R Us Canada, and the Toys R Us USA is out of business, but the Canada one's still there. So probably something similar.
Yeah, because back in the day, Toys R Us was my best place to get wooden railway stuff, and so now the only place I really buy wooden railway is on eBay nowadays.
I don't hear the noise anymore.
Yeah, I think the noise is gone now, which is good.
Okay. Tell me if it comes back, because it might be the speaker in my webcam, which I might have to get replaced.
Yeah, I've got to get myself a pop filter.
I wanted to get a mic, but I didn't have enough money, so
The next time, well, because I've got the money to go out and buy a pop filter because of my wise investors who pledged me on Patreon. And if you would also like to become an investor, there was a link in the description for you to go and pledge to me if you want to invest in the mayohosko channel.
All right, I'm gonna grab another piece I'm missing here.
Mayo, how you doing?
I have been under the weather ever since Tuesday because I got a cold.
That sucks.
It does suck. So my voice is a lot more croaky.
Yeah. I was honestly thinking about saying that you sounded terrible, but I like trying like, but I didn't want to like say it to the sound
Yeah,
off
yeah,
because like you could read something on through chat and like mean it in like a endearing way, and then people could take it entirely the wrong way. So
yeah, yeah. I've heard so many people talk about that conundrum, and it's almost an art. It's almost an art form nowadays.
yeah,
Because like you have to use specific emojis to make the person know that you're being sincere and not trying to be a troll. It's fascinating. That's where live stream comments are at nowadays.
yeah.
Because
I know. I
back in
got
the day, no one would give a care in the world.
Yeah, I've gotten into quite a bit of trouble for things like that quite a few times. Yeah.
The misinterpretation of social media.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm not finding it, but that's okay.
So I'm gonna take a 2-minute break to go and take my medicine and blow my nose. So if anyone has any social media they want to promote about their channel or anything else, have at it.
Rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first. Rock, paper, scissors to see who gets to promote first.
You go ahead. I'm good.
I am not really one for promoting, but well, anyway, guys, if you like, I'm joking. I can't do this. This doesn't seem right. I'm trying to think about if I should promote. I don't like promoting on other people's channels though. So yeah.
Yeah, I can understand. I mean, you see my name. That's where you find me on YouTube. So you're always welcome to stop by. I mean, I don't really know what to say either. It's
I think I'm subscribed to you. I remember subscribing to you.
Okay.
But I don't know if YouTube got rid of my subscription to you because YouTube. I hate YouTube sometimes.
Yeah, they do that sometimes, and it's really frustrating because I know people that like they'll say, "Hey, why'd you throw me off your channel?" It's like I didn't, man. I mean, heck, I want every subscriber I can get, and yeah, YouTube just throws people off for some reason.
Yep, I've been thrown off. I don't know how many channels, but it's been like at least 3, and I just looked and yeah, I was thrown off yours by YouTube. I think it's because they realize that you don't watch the content enough. So, and
Okay.
yeah.
Well, when I moved, I took apart all my Lego sets, and well, I can't say all of them, but mostly all of them. And well, now that I've been in the house for a couple of months and I have the shop and everything, I'm trying to put everything back together. But I've got like I got close to like 1,400 sets, and I've been putting together a couple a day, but I'm not making a dent in this. It's going to take a long time.
Yeah.
I know it's a first world problem.
Is that with sorting a bulk Lego?
No, this is just my regular ones. So like right here, what I do is I put down like the set number and how many bags it has. So like it has the set number right here, and I've got all of my sets like that. And I just got to put them together. And in addition, I got to do that bulk that I bought, and I know I shouldn't complain about this, but I bit off more than I could chew right now.
I just realized that my next step shows people how to make an ejector seat for like the DB10 and DB5. I gotta stop showing that. It's a secret. Okay.
You don't want to leak anything because you want because do you design instructions to sell them?
The next few one. Okay, so I have Instagram, okay, and the last 4 mocks I did, I'm planning on selling the instructions for, because I finally turned 18, so I can start my own Etsy shop. But so I don't want to give any secrets away, because people that can just copy my action features and my designs. I am planning on selling them once I open an Etsy shop and everything. But like I've just been teasing like the DB10, Dodge Demon remake, the Z28 Camaro Landspeeder Champion form. I'm planning on selling those with a 1989 Batmobile remake. So yeah.
Okay. Well, when you do get your instructions built and you got it on there, I don't care. I am not one of these YouTubers that says don't promote your stuff on my channel. You are welcome to go on one of my videos and drop a link.
Awesome. Yeah. I've been trying to get this Etsy shop made for like a year now, but I've had to wait until I was 18, because they have like a policy, you gotta wait till you're 18. That way you could do taxes and everything.
Okay.
And so I've been waiting for like a year, and I've had the shop name for a year now, and it's been like the longest time. And yeah, I'm just waiting until I get a deposit from Etsy. That way I can give it back to them. That way they can verify my bank account.
Okay.
Yeah, they have a similar policy on Patreon, because if you earn X amount of money per month, you actually have to pay income tax.
Yeah.
And I think on Rebrickable, you actually have to pay. Well, a part of the payment is actually sales tax or value added tax.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I honestly hate tax, but I understand why we need tax. I hate tax though. Yeah,
Because back in the old days, they didn't used to charge taxes online, but then they realized people were buying online to not pay the taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was me. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, I really hate taxes, and I'll tell you why. I have a degree in accounting, and I was in accounting for 7 years, and I hate taxes. I'm not in accounting anymore. I'm in the IT now, but I still hate taxes.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit more light on my. I'm a little bit more light on my stance about paying taxes, because the way I see it is, if you get annoyed with a certain tax, just don't buy the product where you have to pay that tax. Like, I used to buy a lot from eBay from people in the US, and then the Australian government lowered the threshold for import duties from $1,000 to $0
Oh,
for online purchases. And so I was like, yep, I'm not buying international on eBay anymore.
yeah.
For some reason, I don't think Bricklink passes that tax on to me. It's only eBay.
I don't think they do international taxes, but here in the States, they've started doing the sales tax from between states. And it's kind of annoying because even though they collect 100%, I still have to file the state sales tax, and I have to tell them that Bricklink took it so they can get it from Bricklink.
When I buy on Bricklink, on the receipt, I still have to pay the value added tax.
Oh,
What's smart is that I think they or what they do is they disguise the value added tax in the shipping cost.
Oh,
I think for international sales at the checkout, not after the order where you see your invoice, but at checkout they disguise all of the taxes in the shipping cost.
okay.
So when I've gotten my receipts, I always see a value added tax, but I never see import duties on Bricklink. For me, which is a little bit weird because I always see import duties on eBay, and I don't want to pay those import duties, so I don't buy internationally on eBay anymore. Which, to be honest, Australian eBay sellers have gotten a lot better at selling stuff that I actually want to buy. I think because there's more of a demand than there used to be for certain things.
Yeah. Well, I know that eBay in the States it's not dead, but it's definitely not as popular as it used to be.
Because Mercari and Facebook Marketplace and whatnot and other stuff like that.
Yeah. My daughter, she uses Makari, and she's picked up some retired Lego sets for a decent price on there.
And it's because people like Mercari would have thought to themselves, well, how can we undercut eBay? I don't know. Let's actually have a lower commission fee. That'll do it, and that's done it.
Yeah.
A lot of people switching over because eBay is Feebay.
eBay. I like that.
eBay is Feebay. I'm just gonna check something real quick. I'm gonna spy on a video that's going on right now.
Okay.
No.
Sarah says Jacob is handsome. There you go, Jacob.
Oh, hello, Sarah P. That's a new name in my chats.
Maybe she wants you to give her a gift card.
Yeah, so we're at 420 subscribers. That's a gain of 2 in this live stream, which is nice.
I'm not handsome. I'm just like my camera quality is terrible.
So we need another 30. We need another 30 subscribers to build the daily bugle. The reason we're building the UCS Luke's landspeeder is because we reached 400.
I did just send out a link to the stream, not StreamYard, but a link to the stream on. Oh, there he is. It's Adshot.
Oh, hey
Yeah,
Ed.
I
Hey,
sent
hey
him
Ed.
the,
Hi,
sent him
Adshot.
the link via Discord. So yeah, this is the first time he's seeing my face. So
Yeah, so if you didn't know already, Adshot, I have a channel. I've been watching Adshot for about a month now.
What's up, party people?
So
Building some-
everyone, yeah, because we're seeing more new people. Tygrown USN. I think I saw Tygrown in the comments of one of Adshot's live streams. So everyone that's just come in because of Jacob sharing out that link on Discord, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell.
again, my camera quality is just terrible. So I have a very ugly face. Ask my sister.
Well, your sister's always going to say that. Mine always said that about me.
Yeah.
And I don't mind sharing this. I grew up with 4 sisters, so
I grew up with 3. Ha. I didn't beat you, but ha. I had less sisters. So technically I did beat you.
well, you know what it's like. Then that's all I'm going to say. I ain't going to say nothing else negative. No, actually, I get along with my sisters pretty well. We get together once a month with my parents, and we celebrate any birthday or anything that has happened, anniversary, whatever happened that month. And so I get to see my sisters, even though we're not like too far spread out, but we are kind of spread out. But I get to see them, and it's a lot of fun. And when we get together, it's you probably think we didn't like each other because we joke with each other a lot and we call each other names and stuff, but no one gets offended. It's just fun.
Yeah, my sister and I were like so close in age. My youngest sister, as we were children, we would always get in fights. But now that we have gotten older, she has a kid. We both got separate lives now. We've grown much closer than we were just 5 years ago, and it's fun now.
Yeah, and that's awesome, man. I would just say, I never let anything come between me and my sisters because I've had friends that haven't talked to family members for 5-10 years, and it's like, to me, that's just silly. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're family. They're gonna get on your nerves. Just deal with it.
Yep. Tygrown, I do not know your theme song. I'm sorry. Adshot, she does have to pay, but it's for my nephew. Like, I feed my nephew, so she technically does have to pay. So I've been on the Adshot stream a dozen times now. So yeah. Okay.
Jacob looks like a guy from Twilight.
Who said that?
Sarah P.
I guess I'll take that as a compliment. I think that's an insult, really, but because Twilight.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's not that good.
Oh man.
I'll take it as a compliment, I guess. I can hear what Air Truck calls me now, Twilight Boy. I shouldn't have said that. I'm probably gonna give him ideas. Usually when I look in the mirror, I feel like I think I'm wearing mascara, but I'm actually not. I just have like these super long eyelashes. So yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was trying to find an extension cord to charge my laptop so that it doesn't go flat.
All right. So you're saying it's not Maybelline? Because the slogan is maybe it's Maybelline.
Oh, Maybelline. Sorry, I got caught up in chat. What were you saying?
Well, you said it looks like you're wearing mascara, and I said you're saying it's not Maybelline.
Yeah, it's not Maybelline. I'm sorry, but it's all natural.
Oh no, you're fine. I'm just joking around, man.
Yeah. So it turns out I brought a ton of people to the stream. Wow, I did not know I have that much power.
You're
So
awesome.
if anyone who is new to the mayohosko channel doesn't realize, I even though I live in the Australian state of South Australia, I cater my content to a North American audience because that's where the eyeballs are. So even though I start my live streams at 9 p.m. Eastern every Friday night in North America, which is 10:30 for me on a Saturday morning. I hate waking up that early, but I do. So I do my live streams at the same time every week. The main pieces of content I focus on is my vintage Lego City, which I upload on the last Thursday of every month for me, which is 5 p.m. Eastern in North America on the last Wednesday of every month. And the reason why Jacob Neely is here right now is because Jacob Neely is in the live stream gang. The live stream gang is an Instagram group chat I host for people that I feel comfortable having on my live stream as a guest, and
Yeah.
and so I do that. I do that to send out invitations to everyone without having to go to everyone's individual DMs. It just makes life easier for me.
I may or may not have just copycat ad shot. He has this thing where he like puts on a black and white filter and talks to the camera in a very monotone voice. I'm sorry. Yeah, man. Forgive me for interrupting. Continue.
There's even more people. We have a Hank Morrison. Hey, Hank. Do you know how to twerk? Do I know how to twerk? Definitely not. We also have Calvin 25 and Hilly Billy and Hilly Billy Monster Jam. Hello. I'm mayohosko and I'm the host of this live stream. So everyone, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. At 450 subscribers, we will build the Daily Bugle. We are building the UCS Luke's landspeeder right now because we hit 400 subscribers a month ago. So please, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that we can edge closer to building the Luke's landspeeder.
Yeah, that does not look like the Luke's landspeeder at first. I had to think about it. Yeah.
No, because it's
You know,
it's very rainbow in
Yeah.
the innards.
Yeah, I can see it now though.
And the reason why there's so much rainbow colors is because it makes it easier for you to identify pieces in the build.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah. You know why they're all here? They're all here because so in the Discord, I may or may not have said join me if you want a face reveal.
Oh, so people didn't know what you look like.
Yeah, this
before.
was the only Discord server I had not shown my face with because I was trying to keep it on the down low, but yeah, it's no longer a mystery. Yeah. I was really trying to keep it from Mad Shot because like
It's on the bottom one.
I'm flattered, really, but yeah.
Well, I'm done with the limo and helicopter. I'm gonna move on to the next one.
And we now have an apple eater and an a pea. Hello. So everyone that's just coming over from Jacob's Discord, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell, and help us get to 450 subscribers so that we can build the Daily Bugle.
It is not my Discord; it's Adshot's Discord.
Yeah.
So if you want to join the Discord, go look on Adshot's live streams. He shares it.
Okay. So because I was gonna inquire about that. Okay, so there's a link on Adshot's channel that I can use.
Not his channel, but you gotta watch his live stream. So check out his
okay.
live stream. He shares it every once in a while on occasion.
I'll have to go back and try to identify any descriptions so that I can join Adshot server. Yeah, so I've only bought 2 Star Wars since 2008. Believe it or not, because I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I have a deep appreciation for what Star Wars has in pop culture and helping Lego avoid bankruptcy in the early 2000s.
Yeah, do you remember when Lego came out with that different minifigure called Jack Stone?
Yes, I do, because I actually owned the police car set from Jack Stone, and those are just really weird minifigures that suffer from giganticism. They really do.
Yeah, I never got into it, and I think that was part of their problem during that time period. I'm not saying that's what caused those to go bankrupt, but I was not a fan, and I quit buying Legos for a while, and then I got back into it when the first Millennium Falcon came out, and I want to say that was like 97, 98.
The first minifig scale Star Wars Millennium Falcon came out in 2000, which was the second year of Lego Star Wars.
Okay. All right. So then it was 2000. Okay.
Yeah, so So back in May the 4th be with you. I wanted to do a live stream for May the 4th because I think I reached 350 subscribers by May the 4th. Because if anyone's been following me on Instagram for a while, you would have seen all of those in Instagram stories saying at 350 subscribers, if we get this by May the 4th, I'll buy and build a Star Wars set live. And so I did. So we accomplished that goal, and I built the minifig scale Mandalorian Slave One. I mean Boba Fett starship.
Oh, it's not called Slave One anymore? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they had to change it because of they changed it for Slave Leia, I heard. Oh, we're going to change Slave Leia. Well, I'm joking. Anyway. Yeah, I hated that.
I'm not a Star Wars fan, so I'm definitely not going to get. I'm definitely not going to get triggered about that name change as much as other people, but it still triggers me none the less, because it's like you're just catering to the mob by making that name change.
Yeah, I didn't like it because personally I always grew up with Slave One, but then when I thought about it, if you look back at the movies, it's never called Slave One, so it's like it's never referred to as Slave One. So yeah.
So was that a name? Was that a name that was only for the merchandise?
I don't know.
It's in the books too.
Yeah,
I've read.
I know it's in the books, but I don't know if it was used for the merchandise. I know Lego made the Shadow Troopers. They created the Shadow Troopers, like that was their own thing, and then it got put in Werewolves, and then they used it again. So
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of silly. There's even a debate over it because I mean, he's a bounty hunter. That's what he does, and I don't think calling the ship Slave One is too far off for his profession. But whatever.
But now with Disney Star Wars, he's a peaceful man trying to make his way through the galaxy, and
they just totally ruined any bit of awesomeness that Boba Fett had. And even though I'm not a Star Wars fan, Boba Fett was always my favorite character because of his sand green color scheme.
I just don't like what they did with him at all in the show, which was basically nothing because he was barely in it. So
yeah, they ruined. Yeah, Disney ruined a lot of things when they bought Star Wars because they had to Disneyify it.
Yeah, they destroyed the name Skywalker. They destroyed Boba Fett. They destroyed. I don't even know. They killed off the entire Star Wars extended universe when they had to retcon everything for the sequel trilogy. So they did that.
Well, I know the real reason that Disney bought Star Wars.
Oh yeah, it was the merchandise. 100%.
No, it's because there was a princess that they didn't create.
Oh yeah, I've heard that. That's great. That's actually a funny joke. Yeah.
No, I've got a really good friend of mine. She also works in IT. She works for Disney, and whenever I'm around her, we're always throwing around jokes about Disney, and most of them I can't say because they're not appropriate on YouTube, but they're pretty funny.
Yeah.
So, and I see a comment here from Chili or Calvin25. Jeff must be Danish. He looks identical to a Danish guy I know. I honestly don't know if I have any family from Denmark. I don't. I know I have some German and some Swedish, but I don't know a lot about my family history. So I'm not originally from there. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I know all about my family history. Part English, Spaniard, Mexican.
Yeah. Hey, Hey Chili. Oh, we also have Johnny G. Hey Johnny. That's a long timer. So everyone don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell.
Now, Boba Fett, there was some good moments in it, but overall, I didn't particularly like it. I can see how someone could like it with the introduction of Cad Bane finally in live action. But the problem with that is just he was just like it. He wasn't like in there long enough to really enjoy him. So, but there were some good parts in Boba Fett.
It seems like the only reason they did that was for the fan service, and then after that, the Lego Cad Bane minifigure skyrocketed in value.
Yeah, I actually was what was I gonna say? Cad Bane, I didn't like because what was I gonna say? Never mind. I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, I didn't like how they like. Oh I know. I did like how they left it at the end, where he could still be alive because his chest thing was still beeping. So that was cool.
I remember when Buigza reviewed a Star Wars set that came out in 2014 that had Cad Bane in it, and he said that Cad Bane was literally the only good thing about that set. I can't remember which set it was, but that always stuck out. That always stuck out to me, and so it seems I got the interpretation that that was one of the sets that people only bought because of the minifigs. It's like Lego totally doesn't do that in every licensed theme.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I know exactly what set he's talking about because there's only been like 3 sets with Cad Bane. There was a really good battle pack with him, and then there was this set with Obi-Wan Disguise. So it has to be this one because really I don't like anything other than Cad Bane of this set. Here we go.
Now we've just got to make this part of an engine detail, and then we should be done with a bag 4, and then we can move on to bag 5.
Yeah, I was really surprised when they came out with Boba Fett's throne as a Lego set, because the first thought that came to my mind is the Boba Fett that I know did not sit still for very long. Why would he sit on a throne at all? But then, I realized they changed the character. But
yeah, I liked him in Mando season 2 a lot, but then they because there was still some really cool moments with him. And like he was still like can I swear on him?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, there was still some really badass moments with him. So, and like with him like defeating all the stormtroopers, but then they took the part where he says, "I'm just a peaceful man," and then they made that into a storyline, basically, in my opinion. So.
Because on the mayohosko channel, we are definitely not afraid to drop a fucking F-bomb.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the set that I think you guys were talking about. It was this Star Wars set, which the only good part is Cad Bane. Yeah.
so, Mayo, were you fucking serious about that?
Yes, I was, bro.
No shit.
No shit, Sherlock.
Hot damn. All right.
I caramba, which is Spanish for hot damn. And Bart for 22 seasons thought it just meant there was a caramba in his eye.
One of the best parts of that show is when Bart calls the bar with all those different names.
Yeah. Mike Roch, Leaky Bum. I Made a Duty. Amanda Hug and Kiss. But actually, honestly, my favorite is actually from Futurama in the pilot episode where the cryogenic lab orders a pizza delivery for the pizzeria that Fry works at, and it was a pizza delivery for Icy Wiener.
Yes, I remember that. Well, I'll tell you a quick story of how I was introduced to that show. My son, he was probably about 13 or 14 at the time, and I'm sitting there and I'm doing something, and he's watching TV, and he's turned down the volume so I can't hear it because he thinks I'm not going to let him watch that kind of a show. But I happened to hear a little bit of it, and I started laughing. And my son's like, "What? You think it's okay for me to watch this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't care." And so my son and I ended up watching the whole entire thing because it was after it had already gone off the air. So we were able to watch the whole entire thing together. Like, it took a couple days, but funny as heck. I love that show.
What show was it?
Futurama.
I heard that. Okay. Yeah,
It's made by-
I could never get past the art style. So
yeah, it's a good one.
I'm very particular about my art style, so like I only like things like that look like, Batman the Animated Series. I only like shows like similar to that art style. So
Okay.
I can't stand like the 2D too simple 2D art style, which is why I don't like the new Ben 10. So. Yeah. I don't have that. I don't watch that many things with too much of thought.
Yeah, I've never watched Ben 10, and I think it is because of the art style. I think that another part is that when all of my friends were watching those shows in the late 2000s, early 2010s, that was when my family got cable television, and so I broadened my horizons. So I remember a lot of my friends watched Ben 10 on network television. And I think it's because the Australian broadcasting corporation, ABC, which is different from the American. Yeah, the Australian Broadcasting Corporation is different from the American Broadcasting Company. Two different ABCs. I think they got the rights to show Ben 10 from Cartoon Network, and so I wasn't watching network television in those days. I was watching sitcoms on cable TV instead.
Yeah, I watched Ben 10. I think I was on Netflix, so I never had cable. So, it was when I did have cable. Like I had cable for like a very little bit, but I never counted because it was like such a short time. So.
And my friend who had to block someone in the chat because he's a moderator. He is a massive fan of Ben 10, and so I always like to trigger him by saying inaccurate stuff about it.
I hate the new Ben 10 on Cartoon Network right now because it's so childish, and I just don't like it.
I remember back in primary elementary school, people had the Omnitrix watches, and I remember there were two different people named Ethan back when I was in first and second grade. One of them had the old style Omnitrix from the original series. The other had the Omnitrix from Ben 10 Alien Force.
Yeah.
And I thought they were so cool back in the day. But now I look back and I think, well, there's not much playability with it. It was just literally you flick a switch and it does nothing, or you rotate the thing and it doesn't even light up or make a sound or anything. It was just really weird merchandise because I thought it would be more flashy than that.
Yeah, I like Ben 10, but like this is what happened with me. So I watched the original series of Ben 10, and like you said, through like second and first grade, everybody had the merch and it was merchandise and it was just like the coolest thing to me. But here's where I went wrong. So I got the Ben 10. Then I watched the Ultimate Alien, which was the third TV show. Then I watched Alien Force, which was the second TV show. And like it became a lot. It was actually really fun to like go back and watch the second TV show before the third TV show. So like that was fun.
And my friend Captain Matt is also super obsessed with Pokemon. So I always also like to trigger him about inaccuracies about just me saying wrong stuff about Pokemon. And he used to get he used to really hate the theme song for what was it? A Pokemon there was a certain Pokemon series that he didn't like, and he thought always had a really weird theme song. Alola, and now he's actually warmed up to it. Just like how back in my day, I never really liked The Simpsons, but I grew to appreciate the clever writing of that show. I still like Family Guy better because I enjoy the slapstick nature and the satire in that show, but I've grown to appreciate the clever writing of Matt Groening.
Well, Family Guy is great.
Oh yeah, Family Guy's hysterical.
I hear a lot of people criticizing it for being much like a DreamWorks movie, just full of bad slapstick fart jokes and burp jokes. But you know that a show is really good at satire when they do cutaways responding to the fans saying it's all about fart jokes and burp jokes, and they literally have a scene saying, okay, I think it was one of the episodes where they were trying to get an Emmy nomination, and so they were doing parodies of all different like HBO shows that have won Emmys, and they said, okay, we're gonna this is a paraphrasing. Okay, we're gonna be more classy this episode, so get all of your farts and burps out of you right now. It was such good satire. And by the way, this isn't my normal voice. I'm feeling under the weather right now, so I am blocked in the throat and the nose.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you, Adshot, for showing up. He left like at 10 o'clock, but I understand it's like either a couple hours behind or ahead of me, so like he's really tired and he's been streaming all day, all afternoon. So yeah.
And actually, I streamed earlier tonight too on my channel.
He streamed for like 8 hours on.
Oh wow!
Yeah, today from 12 o'clock to where he was like a couple hours ago. He just like stopped streaming like a couple hours ago. So yeah, well, like
Yeah,
not even. Wait.
Yeah, we thank all of those people who showed up, including including Edshot. Okay, where are we now?
Adshot is just like one of those people who was like, "Oh, okay, I like this guy, I'll support him. Like he's great. So yeah.
I'm that same type of personality because it's called networking.
Yeah. 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 I can't wait until like Adshot becomes like super big because you can just tell he's gonna become like this big like YouTube channel. Hopefully, I think
Well,
so.
he's already monetized, so that's the first step.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's awesome.
Yeah. He did like a month of streaming like day after day, like in the month of August. It was amazing. Yeah. I'm like geeking over Headshot. I'm like, oh my lord.
Well, who knows? Maybe the next time Adshot comes along my way, maybe I might want to invite him on. Who knows? Maybe at a time when Adshot is less tired.
Does Adshot do Legos as well, or what's his channel about?
Yeah, he does Lego as well. Okay, I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Loud noises in the background.
Yeah, that's what happens when you sort Legos, man.
Yeah, and speaking of sorting Lego, at the end of August, I did a 12-hour sorting party because I had so much Lego that needs to be sorted. Because I had three gallons, and I've still got a little over 2 gallons to go. And so at the end of November, I'll be hosting another 12-hour live stream, a sorting party. So anyone that needs Lego, anyone that has Lego that needs to be sorted, just hit me up via a DM, and sometime in November we can try and organize a time for you to come on into the party.
Well, hit me up because I almost always have stuff to sort.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you see me on other channels, but I show up to like Cliff and Yeti's channel a lot.
Yeah, because I see your name over there a lot.
Yeah.
Where are we? Yeah, we're here. Yeah, because I first saw you on the 72-hour live stream, and then I saw your name. Then I saw your name elsewhere, and then after I subscribed to you, during your time slot on the 72-hour live stream, I was looking back at your past videos, and I was like, "Oh, there's another Lego City Builder as a Lego City update addict. I've got to binge watch all of that."
Well, I appreciate that. Now, I am embarrassed by my first several videos because I had no idea what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing, but
yeah, because you film an 11.5-minute video, and 8.5 minutes of the video is just time lapse without music, and it's like 16 frames per second.
Yeah, I've gotten better at it, but yeah, the beginning ones they're bad.
Yeah, my first videos, I'm still in like my early stages of YouTube, but most of my first videos, they're terrible. Like, and the funny part is, my least favorite of my those videos is the most popular one. So like, I absolutely hated how I went about it, and like it was like the most simple, and like I wasn't even finished. I didn't finish the mock yet, but I like just wanted to get it out there, and somehow it has 20K views, which is like basically the sum total of my views.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand, like, what did I do differently than I did in my other videos? Well, yeah.
Hello, Brickmaniac81. Always good to see you in the chat. Yes, 100% agreed. Everyone, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. And we'll be going live for another 1 hour and 48 minutes. No, sorry, no, 1 hour and 38 minutes.
Yeah. I honestly don't know why you even started the stream. I think everybody would have understood if like you canceled again. So.
Yeah, well, I wanted to do the live stream because I'm not tired like what I was last weekend, and I am getting over. I'm feeling much better with my cold, even though it's still pretty bad.
Yeah, the only time I've ever had a cold is when I didn't want to go to school. I have a really good immune system, but people think I have a really bad immune system because of all the times I've missed school.
Yeah, I've got a really good immune system too, and I have really bad hygiene, and I'm unapologetic about my hygiene because because bad hygiene builds up natural immunity. Sorry to break it to you, you neat, clean, and germ freaks.
Yeah, my mother, who was who was like studying in microbiology, always tells me and my sister how many times like you should never use hand sanitizer because it gets rid of both the good and the bad bacteria, the ones that protect you and the ones that fight off the germs, and that like yeah. I need a shave. Oh my word! I hate my face.
I shave my beard and get my hair cut at the start of each calendar season because I've stunted my growth of my facial hair. I know other poor suckers from high school or from when I went to high school that have to shave every single week, and I'm like, sucks to be you.
Yeah, my hair just keeps growing on my face. It's annoying.
Well, you guys are talking about haircuts and stuff. Do you guys ever mess with your subscribers? I do. I'll tell you how I did it. Is I did a video and I actually let my hair grow out a little bit, and I didn't really mean to do this, but I ended up getting a haircut and getting it real short again. And so the beginning of the video, I've got longer hair and it goes real short, and no one ever commented on it. So
that is terrible. I would have commented that right away. I need to go back. I need to see that.
That video has a couple hundred views, so I know people saw it. I just don't know if they noticed.
Yeah.
One of my friends from high school who's also who also pledges to me on Patreon, Venomous Taipan, when his hair gets long and when his beard gets long, he is unrecognizable.
Oh yeah. That would be cool. I hope like if I ever do decide to go up here, I look so unrecognizable. That way, if I ever go to prison, I know to grow out my hair. That way, I can just shave it in my prison escape. Yeah.
You gonna get a tattoo of the blueprint of the prison on you? No, just kidding.
Oh, you know what? That would be cool, but I don't want to have like my mother would come back from the grave and kill me if she did die. But no, she hasn't, so she would just kill me.
Okay. I don't know if you ever seen that show Prison Break.
I love that show. Like, I just got introduced to it by the strangest of all places, YouTube Shorts, and like I was looking up Legends of Tomorrow, who the guy who plays Michael Schofield, also plays Captain Cold, who's like my favorite of the characters in that show.
Yeah.
And like it's sad because they killed him off after season 1 in Legends, and then like
Spoiler alert!
Sorry, and then I was like, I need to watch the West. I wish there was more Captain Cold, and basically, in Prison Break, it's just more Captain Cold. It's Captain Cold before Captain Cold. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I say that as a joke because we don't have a policy against spoilers on my channel, but other people are they're just so strict about spoilers. It's like no spoilers, or you're blocked. It's
I
like,
try not to do spoilers.
come on, people.
If it's like current television, but this came out like 6 years ago, so if you haven't watched Legends, then like it's too late. You won't like Legends anyway because of the CGI.
Yeah. Well, you're right. 6 years ago. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I'm
if you
done with-
haven't, if you don't want to be spoiled about a show that came out 6 years ago, you probably should have watched the show 6 years ago.
I think it was actually more than 6 years ago. I need to find it out.
And spoiler alert, but Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. It came out in 2016. Was the first episode.
Yeah, so that is 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about family history, right? Well, I think that's important because you might just end up kissing your sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, go make yourself a coffee, Contra.
I have a espresso machine right behind me. This way. I don't want to show it because I need to clean it first. And then I got like a cup from Starbucks I just went to. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you guys, don't grow old. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
How many Star Wars jokes do you have? That's amazing. Too many.
I've got a lot, and unfortunately, most of them I can't tell on YouTube. Most of my jokes I can't tell on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because the last thing I want to do now, look, don't get me wrong. If we were in private company, I would tell you every joke I know. But the last thing I want to do is come on somebody else's channel and then get them in trouble because I say something. So I keep my jokes pretty lame on YouTube. But like I got a couple friends that watch my channel religiously, and I've known some of these friends for years. And my friend John, especially when I'm doing live streams, he'll be texting me, tell this joke. And it's like, I can't tell that joke.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I just realized it may have cost either Cajun Yeti or Click and Cliff the monetization because of what I've said in the past. I just realized that.
Well,
because I've said some things on their channels which probably may have get them demonetized. I just realized that.
Well, you only get demonetized for certain videos, not necessarily the whole channel.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole channel. I've only known a couple people. The whole channel's got demonetized, and it was for something pretty serious. It wasn't just for one little thing that was said. It was.
I regret everything I've done on the channel, like because I thought it was pretty funny if I had a one joke that I can't say it here, but I thought like there's this big YouTuber Cut the Chronicle.
Oh yeah, him.
Yeah, I thought it'd be funny if like I made a joke with him and like about like because it was like I'm so stupid. But like, I made a few jokes regarding him, and he got uncomfortable. And then I continued to make the jokes, and eventually, like, yeah, I'm not going to do that on the channel anymore. I can't even mention it because even the mention of it is just that. So,
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I had some. I had some friends who got really triggered about some of the insensitive jokes that Cut the Craggle was saying. That's what they said to me, and
Yeah.
they started boycotting Cut the Craggle's channel, and I was like, well, I guess I don't need to go back and watch any of their videos anymore.
Yeah, I actually am a big fan of Cut the Craggles, but I took it to a new level where I pretended to be like a stalker of Cut the Craggle, basically. So like, and then that led to this whole thing on the Click and Cliff and Cajun stream. So that like, if you're wondering why I'm no longer on those streams, it's for that reason. I respect the decision because I was messed up. It wasn't right of me.
Well, just to let you know, not much offends me, and I really mean that.
Oh,
I'm the kind of person that if you say something, I might throw something right back at you.
yeah, it's not that I offended him. It's just that I creeped him out, and I understand why, because like I wasn't even 18 yet, and like it was like 6 months ago, and like continuing until like now. So like until recently he like timed me out of his Discord server for a week, and I realized I had done some things. So like I'm trying to change my ways. So yeah.
Yeah, not much offends me either because I have thick skin, so I'm not a snowflake. But there is one particular thing that really offends me and that really makes me mad, and it's something that me and Briggsar have actually formed a bond over because we think it's just ridiculous.
Oh yeah, now I'm gonna try and say this again. Mayohosko for commenting on Jabbo channels. I love crazy things. Where did you get that name from? And do you know the story behind that name, Jabbo? No?
I do. So I'll try to be real quick. One of the things in live streams is people used to impersonate other people, and it was very easy. You could click on their icon and you could figure out who it is. Well, somebody impersonated Mayo and went through and used a bunch of profanity on a lot of comments, and I blocked them. And
Right.
I blocked all of Mayo's channels, and it wasn't him. And so he had created this other channel because when I put him back and got his and found out who the real one was, we could, even though he was not blocked, he couldn't comment on my channel, and I went. We went back and forth trying to figure out what was wrong, and so he just created another channel so he could comment. I mean, he could comment, but I couldn't reply to him. His comment would show up, but I couldn't heart his comment or reply to it. So I was like, he can shorten that channel name, by the way. You don't have to have it that way.
Yeah, I heard something similar happened to Click and Cliff on one of Adshot's live stream. Yeah. Oh, I hate that.
Those spammers and those impersonators and the trolls are just ridiculous like that.
Yeah, BFAB.
He gets doxxed with that kind of shit all the fucking time.
Yeah, BFAB has it the worst. I feel really bad for BFAB. I love BFAB. And BFAB we trust.
Yeah. And the only reason a BFAB even shows up from time to time on my channel when he's not busy is because he is a moderator, and I trust him to be a moderator because we've gone through a lot of similar shit together.
Yeah, BFAB is probably my number one favorite Lego YouTuber. Like he's like up there, and yeah.
He's not necessarily my favorite because I have closer relationships with other people.
Yeah.
But I just respect his brutal honesty.
Yeah. At first, I thought he was like he has this really like crude sense of humor, but and I really like it. I like people with like really funny like dog crude sense of humor, but like Family Guy kind of sense of humor. That's why I like Cut the Crackle. That's why I like BFAB, and yeah, I love those videos. And I love it when people stream, but BFAB he doesn't stream at all, so I really like his videos. Yeah.
Oh shoot.
I really wish that like spammers would just stop because BFAB, it's gotten to like a pretty bad place with BFAB. So
Yeah. What I don't like about spammers is
it's not
the
just
one
spammers, it's not spammers with BFAB anymore. It's literally people calling him up and threatening him and his family. But it's not spammers anymore. It's harassment. It's people who are harassing him now. So it's not a lot worse.
Well, see, I have a very large family, and I grew up 4 sisters, and they're all married. They all have kids, and some of their kids watch my YouTube videos. So I get upset when those spammers go on one of my videos and put a link to porn in there. I don't have a problem with an adult watching porn, do it all day. But hey, don't expose kids to that stuff. That bothers me.
Yeah.
My problem with the porn bots is that I don't know why YouTube doesn't have their own bots. Well, they do have bots to filter that stuff, but they just don't do a good enough job about terminating those channels on the spot. I don't have a problem if people want to watch porn. I just personally don't like to watch porn. Yeah, because there are other ways to. There are other ways to relieve myself where I don't actually have to watch porn, and I don't want to have to deal with any malware or any digital Trojan horses that comes along with clicking on a link to go and watch porn.
Yeah, I did. Like I said, my thing's just kids. Just don't put kids. Don't expose them to that stuff.
I mainly don't watch porn because of the cyber security risks that come along with it.
Yeah, the worst part is like porn. Like I like a friend back when I was in high school, a friend was trying to get me into porn and like all this other stuff, and I was just like no. But like he was trying to show it to me on YouTube. Because they have like YouTube, if you go into your Google account and change your birthday, you could go to YouTube and then review 18-year-old rated stuff. Like that was like I had no idea that was the worst part. Like that YouTube hasn't taken any like steps to remove it.
Well, I can tell you a joke that's safe for YouTube, and that is. I've been married 27 years to the same woman. We got 4 kids, so I don't need porn.
What's going on?
Oh, I was just joking. I said.
Oh no, I'm talking about with. Oh gosh, I did.
But I really have been married for 27 years. That's not a joke.
Yeah, and I've been clean and sober since the day I was born.
Yeah.
We got Khan up in here. Good old Garage Land Studios. Hey Khan, you got 420 subscribers. Janky. Indeed. PPP. Am I right? Puff party.
Yeah.
So if I better send a screenshot their 420 subscribers to both Makro Bricks and Scott's blocks.
My arm is like so dead right now.
Where? Oh, there it is. And if anyone else knows anyone that smokes weed, feel free to screenshot my 420 subscribers from my YouTube homepage and send that image to them. And while you're at it, also include a link for my channel so that we can get another 30 subscribers to get to 450, so we can build the Daily Bugle.
You can't subscribe to my channel anymore.
And also a Garage Land Studios. If you want an invitation to come onto the live stream, or if Pen 15 wants an invitation to come on to the live stream, just let me know.
What happened? Well, my word, you can't subscribe to my channel anymore.
Oh, you can't?
No, it's stuck at 127. Oh wait, no, this is just my YouTube. Oh my word. I need to check my account. Okay, switch account.
Well, let me see if I can.
Yeah, I usually does it. Oh no,
There's a really weird noise on the radio outside my room. It's like someone is yodeling on the radio or something.
Yeah, I'm hearing that too.
Like, what the hell?
I'm not finding Jacob's channel. Huh. And it's spelled the same way as in right there. Oh, okay. Well, cool. Not cool. Let's see.
Okay, so let's put these at the back of the ship. Let's rotate this. And there are.
okay, well, I'm so confused.
Your channel's spelled the same way as what you got there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even seeing it.
Oof.
And yeah, I see you right there, but
There we go.
yeah. Okay, let me try again. Let me close that browser and try again.
Because if they got rid of my channel, I mean, like, wow, that's hard.
Let me see if I'm still subscribed to Jacob Neely.
No, I see you now. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Okay. I closed the browser and reopened because sometimes this laptop's a little funny.
I have no idea what's going on.
Jacob Neely would be at near the bottom of my subscriber list.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, well, you should have 128 now.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I couldn't see Jacob Neely in my subscriber list.
Oh my word! I just had the worst heart attack. Oh, what does that mean?
Okay, yeah. I just had to resubscribe to Jacob Neely. That was weird. It must have been a subscriber purge, a mini one, because because your most recent video was only 2 months ago. Hey, clicking and bricking. If Cliff is at the door, you have an invitation via the live stream gang to come on in.
My heart, like Control Bricks Bill plays, just like gave me a heart attack. I have no idea what is going on. Oh. I'm
Now I've got to build a whole bunch of stuff using Technic pieces. Yay! Technic, my favorite part. Totally not.
How many channels?
Oh, hang on. Did I just hear that ding that I always hear in Chip's videos?
Oh, what ding?
There's a ding that goes off every now and then.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Have you never heard it in any of your videos?
No, I haven't. I don't. I'll be honest with you. I don't even watch my own videos. It's awful. I just. Yeah, I don't.
I was gonna do something, but I forgot what I was gonna do. Oh yeah, YouTube Studio.
Oh boy. So Mayo, no, I don't have quite the time difference that you do, but I used to work. Well, I used to work on the East Coast, and before the pandemic, I got my employer to agree to let me work. Out here in Utah, Idaho.
Out west.
Yeah. So but the thing is, I have to maintain the same hours because I support a team. And so I have to be there when they're there. So I get up at 4:00 my time to work. And so, yeah, I don't have quite the difference, but I do have a difference.
Yeah, because for you, you're in the mountain. You're in mountain daylight time right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, and Makro Bricks, who was on the panel before you got here, is also in the mountain daylight time because he lives in Calgary.
Okay. So the click and cliff, if I can even talk. You coming on here?
Clicking Cliff hasn't been on in a while now, but Clicking Cliff is always invited because he's in the live stream game.
All right.
Yeah.
I need to.
It was Cliff, and you're wrong account. Yeah, that happens to me sometimes because I have multiple StreamYard accounts, one for mayohosko and one for mayohosko Sports, which is where I upload all of my episodes of the hashtag SwamPod, which is an acronym for Sports with Adders and Mayo, which is a sports podcast that me and my high school friend and one of my pledges on Patreon do together every when we record every Wednesday and goes out every Friday. Oh, and we also have El Cobra Commander. Nice to see you again, Cobra. And I apologize that my voice doesn't sound the same because I've still got a blocked nose from my cold. I'm just glad that I haven't coughed all that much during my cold the last 5 days, and but the sneezing has been a nightmare. That's definitely been the worst this time. Normally, the worst part about my colds is normally my sore throat. I see. Need to put this in here. Actually, no. This goes here. So what goes here then? Did I build something wrong? No. Okay, that just slides on there like that. Okay, sweet. So we've got the rudder, or what looks like a rudder at the back. I know rudder is a non-appropriate term. Exactly, 420 subscribers, 30 more to go to get to 450. Excuse me, and at 450 we're building the at 450 subscribers we're building the Daily Bugle, and at 500 we're building the 90th anniversary.
Did I just leave Buffalo?
I think you might have.
Okay.
But I didn't notice any noises.
Okay.
Now for bag 6.
I was wondering if I was buffering because like I just saw the screen and like you two were buffering, and then like and I started to buffer. And then,
I'm gonna mute myself while I open this bag.
Okay.
I need to get some water. My throat is unbearably dry.
I was going to say though, while he's gone, we should say something about him when he's not talking. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, yeah. Mayo, you are awesome. Okay, that's all I got. I can't say anything else.
Okay.
Don't spoil me. You're too kind. Oh.
Have you heard of John Cena?
Yeah. And his
Yeah.
name is John Cena. Yeah, we're not gonna annoy everyone with that meme.
Yeah, there was this one interview I saw of him where he was like teaching Hugh Jackman about reverse trash talking, where like you're trash talking someone, but you only say positive things about them. That's what I always do when someone says, "Let's talk about him behind his back." Okay, and I'm like, okay, that's reverse trash talk.
Yeah, I'm gonna because I'm very I am unapologetic about most things I say. So I'll say says the guy who hasn't uploaded anything to his channel in 2 months.
Oh, it's been more than that.
Says the guy who doesn't know how to put music over their time lapses.
I know how to do that.
Oh, I do it now.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah. I'm guessing other people said the same thing 2 years ago, and that things would have changed.
Oh no, I think it was my 4th or 5th video, maybe. My neighbor across the street, she watched it and she was like, "You need to put music on there."
Yeah.
But you know what? I miss those neighbors. They were awesome. Yeah, I mean, I do like living out here, but sometimes I do miss it out there.
Yeah. And whenever people watch a Chip Off the Old Blocks live stream, or if by chance it gets picked up in the audio of one of his videos, occasionally you'll hear a train horn outside, because you live near Union Pacific Intermodal Terminal, don't you?
Actually, I do live pretty close to Union Pacific. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it always annoys me at night when the last of the metro trains in my city are doing their runs at like 2 a.m. in the morning, and they have to make a horn, and because it's at night, I think the air pressure means that the horn is a slightly deeper tone than in the day, and so it's like distinctively recognizable, and it's like I'd rather it be a high pitch, honestly.
Okay. Well, yeah, I actually live I would say about a quarter mile away from the tracks. So I'm not like right next to it, but I am close enough. You hear it once in a while.
I live somewhere between a kilometer. No, sorry, I live somewhere between half a mile and a kilometer away from my nearest railway station. So I'm within walking distance from the train, which is very good for public transport.
So Calvin 25 says, "Do you have the Ultimate Collector Series Falcon?" Well,
No, I don't. But I really wish I had the UCS X-Wing from 1999 and the original minifig scale Millennium Falcon, because I'm a fan of vintage. I'm a fan of vintage Lego.
well, okay. Since you asked, here you go.
Is that the new version or the old version from 2008?
This is the original one.
Yeah.
I
So
have
that-
the other one.
The 2000. So that's the 2008 version.
Yeah, you can tell by the cockpit it's not glass; it has the bars.
Mm-hmm.
That's the original version.
The original Millennium Falcon UCS one has so much nostalgia for me, and I wish I would have gotten it because it I remember all the time when I was watching like cable, they would have this ad for the Millennium Falcon with all the old figures, and it would have Darth Vader pulling in an RV or something like that. It was funny.
Yeah. Well, it looks like I'm missing a few more pieces, so I'm gonna have to go get them.
Yeah, I need to build something in real life because I was on my computer, but now I'm thinking about doing I got another Aston Martin, so yeah, find a way to use those pieces, and I got an idea. Just need to find out how to create it.
And I bought this set because of the memes.
The flip-flop memes? Is it the one?
Well, because if anyone remembers the memes, people have been criticizing how Lego re-releases the same stuff over and over and over again. And the minifig scale Luke's Landspeeder became the poster child for that, because it seems like they re-released another one every 2 years, and it's like we're getting the same thing over and over and over and over again. Wouldn't it be funny if they made a UCS version of it? And lo and behold, they made a UCS version of it, because I'm one of those people who complains. Back in my day, sets were re-released every 3 years. Now it's 2 years, and so it just inflates. It just oversaturates the market. And so I was like, I want to get in on those memes, and I want to make a video expressing my discontent for constant re-releases that no one asks for. And if the UCS, if the Luke's Landspeeder is the poster child for that phenomenon, well, I could not buy the UCS Luke's Landspeeder and use it as a prop for me to do a video expressing my discontent.
Yeah, I bought a Luke Landspeeder in 2011. That was enough for me. So I'm not gonna. Yeah.
I am on to bag 6 right now, Khan, and we've got an hour to go in the live stream. Got an hour to go.
Well, there is one set I wish they would re-release, and that's the Cloud City one. I do wish they would update the whole thing and do it. I know
They did the UCS attack on Cloud City a few years ago, and not many people liked it because it was overpriced.
I love that set. It had one of my favorite minifigures. The new Han Solo with the dual molded legs with the side leg printing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the they went back to like an older scale of Boba Fett, like Boba Fett Slave One.
Yeah.
So like in the very first Boba Fett Slave One, it was in this scale, but then when they went to Jango's Fett Slave One, they made it bigger. They went back to the very first scale for that, and then we did that again with Mando coming out. So like I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, the scale of the original set that came out in 2000.
Yeah. I wish they would re-release the Jango Fett's Slave One. That would
Yeah, they haven't done that.
at all.
Wait, have they never done one?
No, they done it once, but only once. And
Yeah,
like,
because
they
wasn't
never-
it in the mid 2000s or something?
Yeah, it was when like 2002, I think, when Attack of the Clones came out.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, wow. So the early 2000s. So it's been 20. If 2002 is correct, it's been 20 years.
It should have came out this year, in my opinion, because this year was the anniversary year of Attack of the Clones. So, but they didn't release it. They only made like one set. That was the one with Obi-Wan Starfighter. So.
And didn't the reason they make the UCS gunship was because they had that poll? They had that poll to vote between 3 different concepts of UCS sets, and the gunship won out. Wasn't the Jango Fett Slave one of those choices?
No, it was a cruiser from the Rebellion, and then it was a certain TIE fighter, and then it was the gunship.
Yeah,
But the problem was with the gunship is that they asked you what do you want made and what figures do you want in it, and like a lot of people put in Commander Cody. Commander Cody did not go in the gunship, so people got mad. And then we got like repeats of like a Mace Windu, and like we got a clone pilot who wasn't actually a clone pilot. So
yeah, because when that set came out, that's like when that poll to vote on the UCS gunship came out, I heard a lot of people in Star Wars communities far away from me talking about why didn't they give the option for a Jango Fett's version of the Slave one? Because I heard a lot of people saying, well, if that was one of the options, I would vote for it.
Yeah,
and still I think that would have lost because they wouldn't have wanted to see. Because didn't the UCS Slave 1 come out in 2013?
2015, I think.
Yeah, one of those years. Yeah. And so I thought, well, if that was one of the options, I'd still think it'd lose because we're not that far removed from the UCS Slave 1 being discontinued.
Yeah, for the Millennium Falcon, it was like a 9-year gap. So yeah.
Yeah, because that came out in 2017.
Yeah.
And at the time, it was had the biggest piece count. That's been surpassed by the world map, but because that's a mosaic, I think it's cheating.
Yeah.
I do too. I think it's cheating.
Yeah, isn't the one with the most pieces still the Titanic? It's either the
I'm gonna have to go back and fact check that. You might be.
I know one of them has like the most pieces, and then one of them is like the biggest UCS set, but in the two different things. So.
Yeah, because the 2017, I believe the 2017 Millennium Falcon is still. I think it's now the second biggest set in terms of the volume of the pieces. I think the Titanic surpassed the 2017 UCS Millennium Falcon in terms of the volume of the pieces.
Yeah. I know those
with all those one by ones in the in the world map, that's just cheating.
That doesn't count.
And then Lego likes to brag about, oh, it's the biggest set ever. No, it's not the biggest set. It's the most piece count.
Yeah, I don't like when Lego keeps doing that.
Yeah, it just seems like they're trying to outdo the last to set the trap into getting people to buy sets that they don't need, and they use bait with all these stupid catch lines. Oh, it's the biggest. Oh, it's the most blah blah blah. It's like I'm smarter than that. I'm not gonna fall for your games, Lego.
Yeah. I know I like the history of the Titanic. I don't like the Lego set whatsoever.
I don't like it either. My main bias against it is that it's a shelf warmer that's just gonna collect dust.
Yeah.
Well, I think the worst Lego set they ever came out was that stupid Reebok shoe.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't because Lego has a really strange partnership with both Levi's and Adidas. It's like they give us and like at a lot of Levi's stores and the Gap, if any of those still exist, they were selling these really weird clothes that had places where you could that had studs on the collar pockets or whatever that you could stick bricks onto. It's like what? It's like really? Who is going to buy? Who is going to buy that?
Yeah, I know what like in the Star Wars community, I think I know what is the worst Lego Star Wars set.
What?
I just need to think of what it's called.
A lot of people crap on the quote unquote UCS assault on Hoth, of which people have liked to dub the ultimate play set, not an ultimate collector's series.
Yeah, the one I'm thinking of is hold on. Okay, and cut. This one. This is the set that I think
Yeah.
most Star Wars fans would say is the worst. It's the buildable Generoso.
Yeah.
You know, having all productions, then he hates the set. Which made it
Has anyone seen the construction figure for the Clone Wars style of Obi-Wan Kenobi? That is not good. Yeah, the construction figures were just a really bad idea.
I think there was some cool ones with General Grievous and people who wore a mask. Or
General Grievous is the only one I like because General Grievous is because General Grievous is mechanical. He's not humanoid, and the humanoid licensed characters for both Star Wars and superheroes construction things, they just look so alien like with their dead eyes. It's just
I think General Grievous was good because it had that droid kind of mechanical detailing, as you said. So
yeah, because General Grievous is a character that translates well to the construction, really what Lego dubs the creature character building system, which is what they started all the way back with the robots, Robo Riders, and Saliza back in the late 90s, which then transitioned into Bionicle, which 10 years later became Hero Factory.
Oh yeah, I don't understand the obsession with Bionicle.
I don't either.
Yeah, I wish one day someone could explain it to me, but I never understood I come from a mock perspective, but I get sets mainly to build with them, not like to make my own creations and my own ideas, not to unless it's like really something special to me, like then I might keep it together, but even then I decide not to. Sometimes I usually pot it out for moths, and I can't find anything useful with the pieces for Bionicle.
Yeah, you really can't do much with them. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that.
Like for instance, I got the DB5 and then the DB10, which is like
Yeah, eventually I'm going to be taking apart this UCS Luke's landspeeder because it has some really good dark red and regular nougat colored pieces that I think would be good. I think will be good for some mocks, particularly particularly some Minecraft mocks that I want to get into next year. And I don't feel comfortable. Well, I feel comfortable taking this part eventually because it was. I only bought it, like I said, to do the video about complaining about the constant re-releases, and because the UCS sets are made to be shelf warmers collecting dust, and I don't need those. There's only one of them. There's only one of those things I need, and that's the Manchester United Old Trafford Stadium, because I'm a Red Devils fan.
Well, I have that one. I haven't built it though.
Yeah, and I heard, and I always hear a lot of North Americans who don't care about association football saying, "Well, why did you make that?" And it was like, because there's a market for it.
Oh, I don't mind it at all. I'm with me moving, I just haven't been able to get to the stuff like I want to.
Yeah. And also because people don't realize, but there is actually a growing number of North Americans who actually like association football. Like if I had to choose between watching association football and the NFL, I'm going to be watching the NFL. If I had a choice between watching association football and the AFL, I'm going to be watching the AFL. But I still have strong ties with different association football teams around the world, particularly in Europe and Major League Soccer.
Well, you know what the NFL stands for, right?
Yeah, National Football League. And what I always find funny is when people in Britain and Ireland call an NFL football the hand egg.
Oh, well, I was going to say that NFL stands for no fans left.
Yeah. Or when they cracked down on taunting the No Fun League.
No Fun League, okay.
Yeah, I am not one for sports, so I honestly couldn't kill.
Yeah, so I always think it's funny when both rugby league fans and rugby union fans say that Australian rules football is like aerial ping pong, and then I always make fun of rugby league and rugby union for going backwards to go forwards. Kind of like in American football, you can only throw the ball forward once per down, and and you want to be really careful about when you throw that ball forward because you don't want it to be an incomplete pass.
Yeah, I never understood football or anything.
There's a lot, something I find laughable at rugby union is that its game time is 80 minutes and 45 of those minutes is stoppage. The game time of American football is 60 minutes, and the game takes 2.5 hours. And sometimes college football can get to 3.5 hours because of all of the stoppages and the timeouts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I knew more about sports, but I honestly don't know anything about sports.
A lot of people get turned off from sports because of all of these stoppages and the advertisement on TV.
Yeah, I never I never had a father figure, so basically the reason why I'm not into sports is because my father wasn't like in like the picture, so like I didn't have like a father to like talk about like sports or anything. So yeah, I was actually really good at math in high school. So
Yeah, I was really good at math and English until my junior year in high school, and I was given the option to choose between a general and advanced, both English and math, and I'm like, I don't want to do all that extra work.
yeah, I was like I opted to do like regular classes, so like it's just like so easy, and like I could have done advanced classes, but I would have been like so overwhelmed because I'm like in between, but I'm like good with like general knowledge stuff. I'm not good with like advanced stuff. So
And also because the university degree I'm doing didn't require advanced English or math.
yeah, I heard you went to a university and were on a plane recently on I think Instagram.
Yeah, because a lot of times when North Americans are live during the week, I'm either doing stuff for university or I'm on the train to university.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I never understood understood like school, like what the importance of school. I mean, like like because where I'm from, like in the schools I've been to, that like they're all public schools and they're all terrible. I like moved so much. I basically went to every school in my town. So by the time I went to high school, I knew everyone. Like everyone in like high school, I knew from like school from like 5 years ago, school from 3 years ago, and it was fun. But like the importance of school never got across to me because they didn't teach you anything new from like middle school from middle school after. It was stupid.
Well, I've got to put on another sticker 11.
And you know something, I agree with you, Jacob. I didn't learn a whole lot in school. In fact, when I went to college, I learned some, but even then, I got a degree in accounting, and I did accounting for 7 years. And then I had a manager one time. She just, we had regular one-on-one meetings about every 2 weeks. And I was there for about 6 months, and she asked me point blank, she said, do you like what you're doing? And I said, no, I don't. And she said, well, our IT guy quit. And she's like, we don't want to hire another IT guy because they don't understand accounting. We'd rather teach an accountant IT so they understand how the system needs to support us. And she offered to pay for my my seminars and stuff like that. And you know what? I took her up on it, and I've been in IT now for 9 years, and I love it. accounting, I freaking hate it.
Mm-hmm.
And I spent a lot of time. In fact, the cabinet right behind me has got a bunch of books in there about IT because that's what I did. I ended up learning other systems on my own, and I learned way more on my own than I ever did in school. So
Yeah. Like I just don't like how like school like teaches you like basically like school tells you like some classes are like you need to know like the basics of English, math. That way you could like either do like architecture, or you can like when you're like writing an email, like a letter to someone, like those are useful skills. But once you get to like middle school, people just stop caring. Like with my from my point of view, people they just pass you anyway, if you, even if you're like not doing any of the work, which like always got to me because like when COVID hit, I was in sophomore year, like in the middle. My computer for high school broke down, and like I didn't do anything for like the second semester for sophomore year because I literally could not even turn on my computer. So what the school did, and I couldn't go to IT because it was inside the school. So
okay,
I had to wait until the next year when it like once COVID was like dying down and like even like it, and still, and then once I got in like the next school year, I found out that they passed me from sophomore to junior year, even though I didn't do anything for the second semester. I didn't take no tests. I didn't do nothing. So like, and I was in junior year not knowing what I did can do. So is it me?
Yeah, I'm just going to unbag bag.
Is my is
I think Chip flows.
yeah, I thought it was me for a second.
Yeah, I think Chip just his camera got frozen. I
Yeah,
can hear
I thought
I can hear his audio. Yeah, now he just left.
let's hope he comes back. Oh,
Yeah, so that was a glitch.
yeah. Sometimes Chainmail is like is terrible. Like there's some things good about it, but like sometimes more. Yeah. Anyway, I hope everything's okay.
He might have he might have accidentally clicked the wrong button. It's very easy to accidentally click wrong buttons.
Yeah, well he froze, so it might have been his internet. I honestly
Yeah.
thought like I was rebuffering again, so I honestly there he
I'm
is.
not sure what happened. It kicked me out, I guess.
Yeah, it was just one of those weird glitches, and so if I had a nickel for every time a technical difficulty happened, I'd have over $5.
Yeah.
I thought maybe I said something you didn't like.
No, I honestly thought that I was rebuffering. I was like, well, "Oh, did he just leave because of me venting about school?" Like,
Oh,
Yeah, because I was like, just went frozen, but I could still hear the ding in the background.
I can
So
hear
we just put on the wind screen, and luckily because it was in protective wrapping, there is no scratches on this thing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of people complaining about nowadays that special parts like that aren't being like protected. I forgot which one it was, but there were like a lot of pieces that was scratched up in one of Bad Shots. Oh, it was the Z28.
Yeah, with the new transparent and translucent plastic they use, that's more environmentally friendly and has less harmful chemicals. Unfortunately, it does scratch more.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Lego's got to be very careful to package their large transparent and translucent pieces separately in separate bags so that it doesn't get all scratched up. Otherwise, people are going to make a mad dash to Lego.com, and they're going to complain like their life depends on it.
Yeah, I remember the first set I got where it's like that was plant based. It actually had it felt like it was soapy, if that makes sense. Like
Yes.
it felt like
The
it was like so rough, and like I tried sticking it. I was trying building the bat wing. It was the big bat wing, so it was a huge set, and it had all these pieces that all felt the same. I tried pressing them down. I press them down, they would go like this. I pressed that down, it would go like this. It wouldn't stick. It would continue to bend, and I didn't want to return it because I already opened all the pieces and like when I was using it for mocks. So
yeah, the plants made from plants are made from an organic material, so they are a little bit more bendy than the old ones.
yeah. It was the weirdest feeling because like I remember like I was building mocks and like it was like I was buying like all these other sets that weren't like plant based, so I got this set and it was just like it annoyed me how different the texture was. So
But still, the weirdest feeling pieces is the tires from particularly the late 90s and the early 2000s, when they're not exposed to dust for a long time, that they get really oily.
Yeah.
Like you could open a new in-box set from the late 90s or the early 2000s, and the tires are oily because the petroleum byproduct that's mixed in with the rubber, the medium soft rubber has degraded over time, so it gets real oily.
yeah.
However, if it's been opened for 20 to 25 years, it won't get oily because of the dust that's accumulated on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, another thing that's like bad is like when you expose like white pieces to sunlight. I don't know if anybody's done that, but it like turns them like yellowish.
Yeah, that happens. That happens all the time, and that's one of the reasons why they added the bluish tint to their greys, because they realized their old grey plastic fades with sun more easily. And same thing why they added a red tint to their brown. They made all those color swaps in 2004.
Yeah.
And not only did it help stop the yellowing problem, but it was also a cheaper chemical compound.
Yeah. Although sometimes I do wish like for like say you're trying to recreate a certain color or like a certain thing like a car. I sometimes think it would be better if it was in like a darker gray instead of the dark bluish gray to be more accurate.
Yeah.
But like yeah, sometimes that annoys me. Like and then like and I also hate when like they get the colors wrong for like a certain like ship. Like you know how Callowin's shuttle, how it
Yeah.
was supposed to like dark bluish gray. Yeah.
And I agree with you guys. Sometimes, and actually, I'll tell you what. I've been collecting Legos for a long time. I'm in my late 40s, and I have a lot of the older dark gray and the older light gray. And when I build my beach scene, and I do have like a little rock thing coming out of the water, and I have a lighthouse on it, I love mixing the old
Mhm.
gray and the new light bluish gray, and same with the dark gray, mixing them in there because then it makes it look like different color rocks, and I think it looks awesome.
It'll be cool if like you got like a level tinted of the old gray, and then like you use that for like limestone. That'll be funny.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever people are frustrated that they have two different tones of light grey and dark grey in their collection with the bluish tint, I always say, dude, just mix them together in a terrain build if you want to get rid of them, because it looks like it's naturally blended together and it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb in terrain. But however, if it's for a vehicle or an office building, that's gonna be more noticeable.
Yeah. I'm thinking about now. One of the colors I'm thinking about designing would be better in like dark gray instead of dark bluish gray, because the color I'm thinking of designing is like. Have you guys seen James Bond? Like,
Yeah.
okay, have you seen I Know Majesty's Secret Service?
I don't think I've seen that movie. The only movie I've seen was the first one with Daniel Craig, and bits and pieces of some of the movies with Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, well, the one I'm talking about is like it was a one-time actor who played James Bond who only once, and he had like a muscle car version of the DB5. Basically, it was like a Charger mixed with a DB5 combined. And like I'm thinking about doing it, but it would be so much better if it was in a old dark gray, because it had like a greenish gray tint to it. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I was like rambling. Never mind.
Well, this is by far the best live stream I've ever had with a Jacob Neely, because these have been the most engaging of our conversations.
Yeah, I just got more comfortable. Like I don't care about like usually I don't like listening to my voice, and I don't like my voice whatsoever. But I've gotten a lot more comfortable with it, if that makes sense. So
Yeah, I know how you feel.
yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I like this channel more, because like you have like the problem I do where our voice sounds terrible. So.
Because I know that I don't have the best voice to listen to, but I do my live streams in a way where it's less focused on the visuals and is more focused on the audio, so that it's more attractive for people to just lurk in the background, not have to be actively looking at the screen, actively typing stuff in the comments.
Yeah. And also I like that's one of the main reasons why I stopped. Like, well, I'm like trying like my YouTube channel. I don't upload that much because the kind of like videos I want to do require that you do like voiceover or something like that. And I have the worst voice for that because my voice is just like so jarring to me. So
Everyone's voice is jarring to themselves. I've never heard anyone say that, "Oh, I've got a good voice."
yeah,
I've never heard it. I've never heard anyone say that about themselves.
yeah. Yeah, my voice. I like my voice is so terrible. I like remark how other people's voices are like so much better than mine sometimes. Like when I meet new people. So yeah,
It's all right. I don't like my voice either.
yeah. But with this like streaming, like sometimes I've gotten a lot more comfortable talking with my voice, because yeah, I'm good with talking to people in like real life, but like when I'm being recorded and like streaming, I don't like talking, so not much.
All right. I'm missing a couple pieces. I'll right back, guys.
And the rain's coming down a little bit outside.
I
Luckily, the rain doesn't get picked up on the audio as much as people yodeling on the radio.
I did not hear it either. So
But Chip did it, and it was like, oh,
yeah,
that was hilarious.
yeah,
It's just it's equally as jarring when you hear people listening to opera on the radio.
oh yeah,
It's like it's like that's not what you listen to on the radio. That's what you listen to on a record player.
or like on the radio in the 1930s, or like if it, like
Yeah.
Like I think you would like on a record player you would play like 70s or like 60s songs in the 70s or in the 60s.
Yeah. You know, my auntie still has a record player, and vinyl is coming back into fashion
Yeah,
for some weird reason.
yeah. My mother keeps saying how like the 80s are coming back, and like yeah,
No, they're not.
that's what I am saying. I'm like
Because young people don't know what real music is, and the 80s is real music.
yeah, I'm talking about like fashion and like everything.
Yeah. Like no one's no one's gonna wear
Mhm.
like no one is going to wear those. Like no one's gonna wear those.
Parachute pants.
Like no one's gonna wear those vests that have the collar that looks like those cones that they put on dogs to prevent them from scratching their necks. No one's gonna wear that thing ever again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't like the 80s, except for in movies and television. That 80s was a great time for movies and television.
I did not like 80s and 70s fashion.
Yeah, I don't like the fashion. I love movies though. I don't know what the deal is with the movies in the 80s, but you got things like I think the Terminator, and you got like Back to the Future. You got Batman started in the 80s.
Movies, sport, and pop culture. No, sorry, music, movies, sport, and pop culture were all really good in the 80s, but fashion wasn't.
Yeah, fashion. Yeah, fashion was terrible.
Yeah, I think the people that I bought this house from must have been stuck in the 70s because this house is like an awful puke green. It's just the nastiest color.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they just painted the house before I bought it. So it's not like it's old paint. They did this intentionally, but it looks like crap.
Oh,
And people back in the 70s used to paint their walls orange and light blue.
yeah, I once I had this one experience where a friend was renovating his house, his entire upstairs of his house, and basically he asked me if I could help because I was young and able, and he said he would pay me, and I was paid. But the weirdest part was like you could tell that this was like before the 80s. It was like years ago, and like we did everything. We broke down the walls. We got rid of the woodwork. We put in new doors. We did the installation, which was like the biggest part, showing you how old it was because the installation was crumbling and it was like dust. And it was like old installation, and we put in new installation and everything.
Well, sometimes it can turn to mush if it's exposed to a lot of moisture too.
Yeah.
And so yeah, because the second house I ever bought was a house that was about 100 years old, and I had to end up pretty much gutting the house and redoing it and put new windows in. Tell you a funny story. The house only had one bathroom, and about 2 weeks after I moved in, the bathtub got clogged, and so I didn't know really like what to do so much. So I went to like Home Depot and I bought a snake thing, and I barely put the snake down the drain, and it's just started going like crazy, and all the water was disappearing. So I was like, oh, this is awesome. It worked great. And then I hear my daughter, who was like 6 years old, screaming downstairs. And I'm like, what the heck is she screaming about? So I go downstairs, and what had happened was the pipe was made out of old cast iron, and it was so weak that just me putting the snake down the thing caused it to crumble, which the water was draining right into the kitchen.
Oh my God.
And so at that point, I talked to my wife, and I'm like, you realize I could fix a section of pipe, but it's probably going to happen again somewhere else. And so my wife and I decided that at that point that we were going to tear out all the plumbing and redo it. And we did. So.
Yeah, that sounds so. That actually sounds like something similar that happened in my old house. We had a bathtub, okay, and like we were only living there for like a short time, so we didn't have a chance to fix any of it. But the person who was going to move in said that they was buying the house, and like they said they were going to fix it, everything up. But like the bathtub, we found out it was clogging, and then my sister cleaned out the bathtub once, and we had no problems with the clogging. But then one day we found out why there was no clogging, and it was because the entire pipe was before we moved in, the people who were moved in before us had the pipe was broken, but it was being like held in place from the bathtub by like a coffee can of Folgers, like a dozen books, and like we went down to the basement and we found out all these things that were holding it up, and like they all fell down, and like it was this whole huge mess.
That's nasty.
Yeah. But like we moved out, so like, and then he said he was gonna fix up the whole place. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. I wish we could help out, but like, yeah.
Well, I'm sorry that happened to you. That sounds like a complete cluster, and I won't say the other word, but
Yeah, a clusterfuck. Am I right?
Yeah. The house wasn't that good. We moved out. We moved in like a year, and then we like moved out. It was like a temporary, and now I'm in like this new place, which is like an apartment, basically. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Oh, we got Skywin. Hey Skywin. Yes, potatoes are cool. And just a reminder, when we get to 500 subscribers, for Skywin, we will be building the UCS potato. So if you want me to build the UCS potato for Skywin, help the channel get to 500 subscribers, and we need that'll be in 80 subscribers time, because we got to go 420 subscribers today. In 30 subscribers time at 450, we'll be building the Daily Bugle. So everyone, don't let me scroll up here. Everyone, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. We are coming to the end of bag 7 of the UCS Luke landspeeder.
Yeah, Adshot was building the Daily Bugle today, and he's working on it for like the next few days. So.
I'm missing a few more pieces. I'll be back.
Mayo, the landspeeder looks a lot better now. Before I thought you were like building like a block, and you were just using like a bunch of different colored pieces for some weird reason.
Yeah, that's it. That's how much of a rainbow color the innards of the UCS sets are. They look pretty ugly.
Yeah, you know those people who like use mocks, who make mocks, and then like, but make only them using like all these different colored pieces. I don't like that, but like it honestly looked like that was what you were doing. So
yeah, I know people that bricklink together UCS sets, and they deliberately use rainbow colored pieces to make it look as ugly as possible.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's not my forte.
I have to be like somewhat uniform in my design, so
Yeah, when I'm designing things, I like to do things to a standard to make it look more consistent.
yeah, that is like one of the reasons why like one of my YouTube like the YouTube video I was working on that ended up being like really popular. I like it because I did not have a good standard with those instructions like I usually did. So yeah.
Where does this piece go? Oh yeah, that goes like that. There we go. So got some building upside down technique going on right here.
Yeah, I try to incorporate nice cool building techniques in my builds.
The only reason I would use a complicated build technique is if I want to have some greebling.
Yeah, I either do it for accuracy or like stability. Like for instance, with my Z28 mock. Okay. So what I did is I took like the Dodge Charger that was released for Fast and the Furious, and I used basically a ton of jumpers to have like the white stripes going down in the middle of like the middle, and then have like one stud in between. Like so, if you look really closely, it's one stud, two studs, and like it's like a 7 stud like assembly that's just like placed on like 8 studs. Yeah, I did the same thing with the point. So.
Okay, now I got to put stickers 8 and 9 on this. 8 and 9 on this. And these stickers are a pain to put on because they go on a curved section.
Is that me?
Everyone mute themselves and then unmute themselves.
Okay, second here.
Echo. Okay, yeah, it must be a Jacob's End. I guess he's got the YouTube browser on in the background.
Oh, okay.
And hasn't muted the stream from the YouTube browser.
Yeah, I don't see it, but was it you, Jeff?
Because
no, I don't have it on, but
me neither. So
okay,
that was just really weird.
I only heard it for like maybe 2 seconds though.
Yeah, I heard it, but I didn't know who it was coming from. I was like, wait, is it me? Because like I don't have the browser open.
Well, sometimes I feel like that's my life, where I've got 16 different browsers open, music you can't tell where it's coming from, and half of them are frozen. That's yeah.
Yeah, back in high school, I had my one computer. I did not have a second monitor. Like I have one monitor here and one monitor over here, which I'm looking at, which I'm like looking at like this screen. So, but like I would have like 1,000 different tabs open, and then in each tab, like let's say it was Google, I would have 1,000 different like windows. Then each window would be like 12 tabs.
Yeah.
See if this can snap together.
Oh snap!
Snap, crack, pop.
It's not snapping here. There we go. Now that's snap together. Oops, still not this section. Okay, is this solid now? Yeah, that's solid. So where does this go? This would go at the front of the craft. Yeah, and it attached to these ball joints. Let's get this in line with the ball joints.
This is a really good time for streams for me, at least, because like usually at the end of the day, I'm like usually I have like 1,000 things to do, so I don't really like join anybody else's stream. So
there we go. Attach the front end.
oh my word, it's actually a flip flop.
And just I think 20 pieces to go, and we should be done for bag 7, and then we'll wrap up this live stream.
Is it just me, or is it getting tired in this stream? I'm getting tired.
Yeah, I'm getting tired too, because that's what always happens for me after the 3-hour mark.
Yeah, but we've been going for 45 minutes after 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so where does this go? Oh, yeah, this goes here. And do I need to make a mirror build of this? Guessing I need to. Oops. Ah, I see. That goes there. Yeah, I do need to make a mirror build of this. Get this to snap together.
It's looking good, man.
It is. I like the round. I like all of the roundedness of this. It makes it look more aerodynamic.
I like Han Solo's landspeeder from like the Solo movie a lot more than this landspeeder. I would have preferred if they did like a UCS version of that instead.
But still, my favorite land speed of all time is the original Luke's land speeder from 1999 because of how ridiculously boxy it is.
Yeah, you know, I have that one, and I agree with you. And it's that tan color. It's kind of
Yeah, because it's tan, and it's got red in it for some reason. Just like how all of the old TIE fighters were black and blue with blue for some reason.
Oh yeah, when I first saw Han Solo's landspeeder, I was like, oh, they just stole this from a Mustang. This is a Ford Mustang Boss 420 in that like blue color with the white stripes, just like in Star Wars. Like, you know, the UCS Lego Creator Expert Ford Mustang that was released.
Yeah, I do. That had a lot of new colors, new pieces in the dark blue color.
Yeah. And I honestly thought this is like either Star Wars or Lego, whoever came up with the design, literally just stole it from the Ford Mustang. I was like, oh, you know what'd be cool? Is like we actually like finish both sides. And like I actually did that. I bought like 3 of them. I got one that I ended up taking them all apart, but I got one which was the same like as it was originally built. I got one that was then like finished, and like it had both sides like asymmetrical. And then I ended up taking the one that was bisymmetrical apart and like building like a black version, like a limo type design. So
I believe the last part of bag 7 is to put these flat silver flex tubings in.
I could just tell like you were playing with the dog already because of the way like you were like
yeah. He's actually
he's like
he's a German Shepherd, Alaskan Malamute mix.
wow.
And obviously I don't know his history because he's a rescue. but I can tell that he was not treated very kindly because
Yeah.
when I first got him, I've only had him 4 months. When I first got him, he was so terrified of me, and I hated it because like I would say something to him and he just like he would piss himself and just like all kinds of problems and like but now he does really well. I mean, he goes through these things where like he won't listen to me and he gets really afraid even though I didn't do anything. But that's not happening very much anymore. After 4 months he's really doing good.
That's good. Yeah, there's this one. If you want to watch Batman Beyond, it's like a TV show, but it's like a children's TV show that dealt with like adult themes, similar to Batman the Animated Series. And one of the episodes, like it's my least favorite episode because of how like real it is. It's the story of Ace the Bat Hound, and it just shows how like he was a puppy, and he was like just like tortured as a puppy, and then he became like a fighter. But then yeah, it was a terrible episode.
Yeah.
Let me get a better angle of me putting these flex tubes in together.
Yeah, I really want a dog, or a puppy or whatever, but I can't stand the thought of like them like getting hurt or anything. So like I once actually had a dog once.
Yeah.
I don't know what the breed was, but it was so sad because we had to let the dog go because it wasn't like our dog, but we were watching the dog for someone.
Okay.
And it was the worst feeling ever. So.
Yeah. I have a cat too, by the way, but he's not really mine.
Yeah.
It was my son's cat, and then when my son graduated high school and moved out, he left him here, and I kind of got stuck with him.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right though. He's a good cat.
Mm-hmm. You always hear about cats and dogs getting into fights, and like I've seen like a couple times, well, that isn't true. So.
No, it depends on how they were raised. My dog Enzo doesn't even bother the cat at all.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the cat was pretty terrified of him at first, but it only took a couple days that the cat realized he wasn't going to do anything, and now they're both always in the same room. They're not next to each other, but they're always in the same room, and they don't bother each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is a good stopping point now that we are putting in the last of these tubes. So I will read out the chat and see all of the names that popped up. Hopefully next live stream we will finish building building the UCS Luke's Landspeeder. As always, my live streams are on at 9 p.m. Eastern in North America every Friday night. Next week's live stream will be a 12-hour live stream, so that'll be exciting. I will be building a mock after I finish building this next weekend. My video schedule and my short schedule is up in the air right now. I've been uploading shorts every day except days I'm doing live streams just to clear off my shorts so that I can move on to different types of content. So there's a lot of irregularity with that stuff right now. But before I say goodbye to everyone, is there anything that you guys wanted to plug before we get on out of here?
Nope. I just want to say, if you like post the link again in live stream games, now I'll probably join you again. It's been fun.
Yeah, it has been fun, and it's been good talking to you for the first time on the camera, Chip.
Well, I appreciate you having me on here, and you can find me on YouTube by the same name.
A chip off the old block toys. So of course we had StreamYard, but we also had Makro Bricks, Steve Weiser, Richard Cranium, Jacob Neely, who is still on the panel, Contra Bricks Build Craze, Amberlayer Builds, Stud Sidious, scrolling, Kevin Creamer, Brick Sergeant, who else? Karma Brick Creations, Mama Lego, King Oldendorf, Regular Brick Studios, a chip of the old Block Toys who is still on the panel. Oops. Regular Harpy, Zissou. We don't need to mention the Spammer, the Troll, Captain Matt, Sarah P, Adshot, Tygrown USN, Hank Morrison, Calvin 25, Hillybilly Monster Jam, Apple Eater, Anna P, Chili Willy Nanook, Brick Maniac 81, Johnny G, Garage Land Studios, Clickin' and Brickin', Clicking Cliff, El Cobra Commander, Skywen, and that was everyone. So thank you guys for watching this live stream. Thank you to all of the panel guests we've had today. Let's roll the credits. It was fun hanging out with both of you guys.
Thank you.
End live stream.